Well. Good evening there, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the LG UltraGear Streamer Invitational presents the Forza Horizon 5 event. And I'm your host, Assassin47 for the day. With me on the desk is going to be the Taxter. How are you feeling, buddy?
Yeah, I'm feeling good. I'm pumped to see all the participants out on the different kind of terrains we're going to see in the Forza Horizon game. Looking forward to it, Assassin.
Definitely. I mean, this is gonna be a banger because I know for sure that all of these streamers that we have on board today for the Forza Horizon 5 event. I mean, talking about the streamers, let's quickly take a look at them as well as we move in over towards the participants of today's races. It's gonna be Hydroflick, Mackle, Midfield, Raka, Raman Chopra, Robo, Shriman, T-Bone, and Bloodline. So it's going to be an interesting one, Zataxter. What are your thoughts on all of these races? And do you know any of them who have previously, sort of surprised you with their racing skills?
Not specifically. I have heard from the wine, of course, that Hydroflick will bring his best. He's got himself a wheel as well. But I'm actually curious to see T-Bone behind one of these cars out on any kind of terrain in the game itself. You know, the level of energy he brings to each and every one of his streams. If he can bring that out at every race here today, things might just get interesting.
Definitely. I mean, I'm looking forward to seeing Hydroflick, T-Bone, and Rakazone actually, because I know for a fact that these guys have previously showcased to us some of their racing skills as well. So, as T-Bone would say, driver to hai. So, I'm really looking forward to seeing them play today. And yeah, I mean, it's going to be a banger one because of these 10 races that we have specifically chosen for them, each having different terrain, as you mentioned. And of course, I mean, the best part about it all is the prize pool that these guys are going to be going ahead and competing for. So let's have the prize pool right in front of our screens as well and talk a little bit more about what these guys are actually competing for today here. So yeah, the total prize pool of this entire event is 1 lakh Indian rupees. The first place is going to take 50,000 rupees, whereas the second place is going to take 30,000, and the third place is going to be walking away with 20,000 Indian rupees as well. So yeah, this is gonna be a very, very intense one, Zataxter, because I mean, of course, who doesn't want to get his hands on the 50,000 rupees, right?
Exactly. We're going to see some neck and neck, wheel to wheel action, perhaps in some of these terrains, off road, as well as circuit maps include in the events to come. And I can't wait to get started.
Definitely. I mean, I'm looking forward to seeing what these guys can showcase to us. I mean, I'm not really sure of their Forza Horizon skills, but in general, I know for a fact that these guys are pretty good drivers. So, I mean, let's see how well they do on the track out there. So 10 of these races that we have got as well, right? Talking a little bit more about them, Zataxter. Race number 1 is mostly going to be an off-road circuit. And I really am looking forward to that as well because we mostly are going to be having an A-class vehicle showcased to us in that particular race. I mean, you guys might be wondering what sort of classes we are going to be going ahead and playing out with. So we've got circuits, we've got sprints, we've got street races as well. So each of these events, right, are going to be played on different class of vehicles. So if I'm not wrong, the circuit races, we have got the first one, which is going to be the off-road event. We've got an A-class vehicle that's going to be showcased to us by all of these streamers. And then circuit number 2 is going to be a mix and match between two terrains, off-road and on-road action as well. So it sort of is going to be like a cross-country thing. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to the sprint event, which is going to be, featuring the S2 class vehicles. So the S2, as you all know, are going to be the hypercars. And yeah, I mean, we all love hypercars, don't we?
Yeah, who doesn't like a beautiful old hypercar? But yeah, I got aside with the off-road terrain races themselves, right?
Yeah.
I think a bit of chaos might unravel, a bit of craziness as well, considering we got some pretty entertaining streamers with us today. So yeah, let's not forget about that sprint you mentioned too. Hypercars, can't wait to look at them.
Definitely. I mean, I kind of thought that, you are also going to be excited about this sprint event because I mean, we sort of come from an F1 background, so
Fair enough.
the faster the car, the sort of adrenaline rush we get as well. So, yeah.
Definitely.
Apart from the sprint as well, we've got street race events where we are going to be doing pretty interesting sprints from start to finish, cross country styles, but at the same time with cars of the A class and also the S1 class, if I'm not wrong. So,
Mhm.
yeah, it surely is going to be very, very interesting to see which type of car these streamers bring out. And also, there is another provision if they don't have that particular class vehicle, which might be common because most of these streamers don't really, really go ahead and grind out the game, right? So,
Of course.
yeah, if in such cases they can also borrow the leader's car and they can, all be in the level playing field as well. So, the best part about this is going to be the fact that it's not going to be about the vehicles, it's going to be
Hmm.
about the drivers. So who exactly is going to be driving the best is going to be the one to go ahead and win it out as well, because it mostly is going to be the level field. It's going to be an equal level field for all of these streamers as well. So yeah, another tip is that you can't use any maxed out tuned vehicles. So if you have any tune on, I would kindly advise the streamers to just get them off as well,
Hmm.
because you really want to go ahead and give a hard time to your fellow colleagues as well, right?
Yeah, and regardless of the level playing field, right? If anyone's played Forza, they'll know you can lose a race even at the last few meters, and
Actually, yeah.
you might end up winning the race, taking the lead, and winning the race at the very beginning, for that matter.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I mentioned before, I'm looking forward for some wheel to wheel action, perhaps.
Absolutely. I mean, wheel to wheel is something that we are looking forward to as well. I'm also kind of worried about all of these streamers and not making it to their checkpoints, because Forza, it kind of has a tendency to, if you miss a
Hmm.
checkpoint, we do have real time rewinds, but yeah, they are
Yeah,
real time. So we're going to be losing out a lot of time and seconds perhaps to, just going ahead and winning out the race as well.
yeah, precisely. Probably another thing definitely would be the way each streamer would cope from off-road terrain to sprint to the next one, right? Some might be quick in the off-road terrain, but can they keep that up? Can they keep that performance up going into the sprint?
Yeah, I mean, see, the most important factor for these particular terrains are going to be the chosen vehicle.
Yeah,
So I believe if they don't choose their vehicles right, then they are going to have a little bit of a problem. Because, see, even if it's off road, right, you have to be very, very careful. We did mention them, it's going to be an A class event. So hopefully they have got themselves some nice off-road action as well. If they don't, then they are going to suffer in one of their commercials or even any of the sport cars.
yeah. Vehicle selection. I was going to bring that up as well.
Yeah.
You got a favorite assassin by any chance? Your own personal
uh,
favorite?
in terms of cars,
Yeah.
off-road, I actually like the Hoonigan.
Hmm.
So remember the Hoonigan that you get at the
Ooh,
start of the game, right?
yes.
It's gonna be the Hoonigan, the Ford Hoonigan that I
Hmm.
am gonna be going out for as well, because I mean, I particularly use a tuned one, so it just gives me the best performance out there. But even if it's not tuned, I feel like the Hoonigan is much much better in terms of the stability and durability as well.
Yeah, there's a similarity between us. That happened to be the first car I happened to jump in when a friend of mine brought his Xbox over to my place, and we had good fun back in high school. Yeah,
Yeah.
memories for sure, and a lot of
Uh,
them watching as well.
Absolutely. I mean, see, the Ford Hoonigan is just a personal favorite of mine as well. I mean, it's particularly designed for tracks like these, where you have a lot of terrain action and a lot of off-road action as well. So,
Yeah.
it's gonna be a gamble, of course, among these
Hmm.
streamers on what sort of a vehicle they are going to be going ahead with as well. So, hopefully, let's see that they are going to be looking at the event properly, as in there is always a banner right before we start an event where it specifies what class and what type of an event it is.
Hmm.
Let's hope that they see the big orange off-road sign there and choose their vehicles wisely, because if they don't, then they're definitely going to struggle, and that is
Yeah.
going to be entertainment for us.
Yeah, like I said, the fact that we're jumping straight into the off-road events first is going to guarantee a bit of chaos at least.
Yeah, I mean, see, the best part about it all is that the fact that in this game you can actually borrow the leader's car as well. So,
Hmm.
yeah, I'm pretty sure that these guys are gonna choose their cars wisely. and hopefully, even if they don't have a vehicle, shouldn't be a problem. They're not going to suffer because they can just borrow the leader's car, and it particularly is going to be a very easy task for them to just drive carefully and properly so that they can make it to the finish line as well. But yeah, apart from that, I guess we're just gonna be waiting for these streamers to start in on the action as well. And as soon as they're gonna be on, we're gonna be jumping straight in over towards the race as well. But Zatax, I want to ask you, what are your opinions on Forza Horizon 5 and all of these events? I mean, do you have any particular favorite events that you sort of slide yourself into, as in any sprints, any sorts of street races?
No, in general, as an overview, off-road events, I keep talking about them for good reason. Even in free roam, for that matter, I'm always not staying on the asphalt. As much as I am a Formula One fan, definitely just off-road events is what I thoroughly enjoy. It's my forte. Going through the woods, even, I thoroughly enjoy that. What about you?
Uh, I love the S2 class events, particularly the sprints, because, of course, I mean, you can just. So, the best part about Forza Horizon 5, right? The beautiful environment. And every single car that has been put into this game is just mesmerizing. And the feel, the look and feel of the car is something that I personally am a favorite of. So, I just get on something like my favorite Enzo Ferrari or something like that, and just drive around cross country sprints.
Yeah, you gotta love iconic Ferrari or a Lamborghini, and just even regardless of the events, a free roam, just drive into the sunset. Um,
Yep.
what a view and what a way! That's gaming at its purest for a petrol
Yeah, I
head.
mean, like surprisingly,
Hmm.
today I got a barn find. It was a Lamborghini Urus 2019.
Hmm.
So yeah, it was a pretty good ride, taking it to the volcano mountain.
All right. Yeah, I remember
Yeah.
throwing off. I think it was just for Mustang or so, right off a cliff into like low level
Wow.
water, and thereafter you just hold W if you're on the keyboard. If you're on the controller, of course, you don't take your finger off the throttle. You just keep going. That's the beauty of
Yeah.
Forza.
I mean, well, luckily you were not in anywhere around me when you did that,
Yeah,
because if you would have trashed a Mustang, I would have trashed you, because Mustang is something that
bit defensive here. Okay,
yeah.
that
I mean,
come on.
I have a particular love for the American muscle, especially the Mustang. I mean, I'm a hardcore Mustang fanboy,
Hmm.
and like I recently, so there is this legendary barn find in the game,
Hmm.
which is a 1968 2+2 Mustang fastback.
Hmm.
And when I actually saw it, right? So when you actually find these barn finds around the entire map, they are pretty much in a condition where they have to be restored, and they are not, they're not a full complete vehicle. You have to
Hmm.
restore it. So when I initially saw the car, right, when I initially found it inside a barn, I thought that it's a 1969 fastback. So,
Okay.
I was getting so hyped up thinking that, okay, I'm going to drive a John Wick car, but
Hmm.
unfortunately, it was a 2+2 fastback 1968, but that still does the job.
Yeah, yeah. I think Mustangs, regardless of the model, as you shoot down model names. Of course, we're nerding out here
Yeah.
on the Mustang topic. Before Mustang, I don't know, from the movie Gone in 60 Seconds, even.
Oh, yeah.
What a beauty that was.
Yeah. I heard, I guess. Oh, yeah. Actually, one of my friends
Mhm.
as well, he mentioned that one of the ruling sheikhs of UAE bought that from the movie. So you
Oh,
got to
okay.
know the love for the Mustang.
Yeah, you gotta know. Regardless of the car, now it's got added value in terms of historic relevance with the movie itself. Gone in 60 seconds, but regardless, that's. I think we might as well end with Mustangs there. We're gonna keep
I
going
mean, yeah.
otherwise.
I mean, we can just keep going on and on and on about the Mustangs, because I
Perhaps.
have I have a love for Shelby as well. I mean, no matter if it's a Ford or a Shelby,
Hmm.
it just is my thing.
Yeah. Probably talk about a few hypercars, considering we might just get to see a few on
Yeah.
in the sprint races. In fact, you got
Actually, the
hypercar.
best part about the hypercars in Forza Horizon 5 as well.
Hmm.
So this particular hypercar, I was very lucky to find it day one. So not everyone found the Mercedes AMG 1 2020 or
Ooh.
2021, which I got day one. when the game released, and I was just,
Okay.
playing Forza Horizon 5, and I found it day one, and I was just, boasting about it to all my friends, saying that, hey, I just got this legendary car, and no one else was able to find it. All of my friends were just, looking around for the car, but they couldn't get it, and I just found it, and it was just amazing. It was
Yeah,
an
that's.
amazing feeling because the car just it flies.
Mhm. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, you should probably fly it off a cliff like I did that Mustang.
No,
You know,
no, no, no. I
perhaps.
mean, I kind of understand your hate towards the
Perhaps.
Mercedes
I
F1 team, but
Okay. Put me in a spot. Go ahead, Assassin. Put me in a spot by saying that.
yeah,
Anyway, I mean, the
uh,
AMG 001's not too bad, to be
yeah,
honest.
it's actually really, really good.
Yeah.
I mean, we know for a fact
But
that Mercedes engines on these straights are
exactly.
just so. Yeah, the engine power was just absolutely amazing, and of course, they've got some kind of an amazing technology as well in it.
Yeah.
Like I don't quite remember the AMG one specs, but it surely is insane. It was topping up to like 340, 350 kilometers per hour as well during my
Hmm.
straight run.
Yeah. When it comes to hybrid powered cars, I mean, Mercedes is just a step above the rest of the field. Goes without saying.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, with that, we are going to be jumping straight on over towards a street race kind of thing as well, right? So we talked off road, we talked sprints. Now, yeah, street races. Tell me your favorite picks, Zetaxter. What are going to be the cars that you think we are going to be witnessing in these street races? Because, see, the street races, let me just give you a quick heads up. It is sort of an amalgamation of a bit of the forest area and
Okay.
the city area as well.
Okay.
So you can't pick a vehicle which is going to be too fast, and you can
Mm-hmm.
also pick a vehicle which is going to be too slow.
Yeah.
So you got to be somewhere in the middle. So if it's going to be an A class event, then somewhere like an A 700 to 750 tuned vehicle should be the sweet spot.
Okay. So the minute you said street race, in my head, I'm going, come on, you don't let these guys tune their cars for this.
Yeah.
But yeah, regardless, the fact that you threw in the forest area as well, I'm actually pumped now, regardless of the car selection. But what I would pick, maybe I'm a bit old school, but the Mazda RX-7 would be
Hmm.
a brilliant pick. I'm pretty sure. Um, yeah, I'd love to see one of those. I think I'm going back to my Need for Speed days as well with it.
Absolutely. I mean, Mazda. Uh, yeah. I was just so when
Look,
you when
we.
when when you mentioned Need for Speed, I was like,
Uh-huh.
okay. Immediately, my mind was just gone to the BMW M3.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, like Mazda RX-7 is something that we all kind of love. Apart from the Mazda as well, there are cars like Lotus, which
Mm-hmm.
have been very prominent in street circuits because the best part about Lotus is that it's not too fast, and at the same time, it is fast enough for you to keep up.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, you can hop into a Lamborghini and just, drive up
Exactly.
300, 350, 400 kilometers an hour. You can
Mm-hmm.
do that in these street circuits. So, the best sweet spot would be something like the Mazda, the Nissan. I mean, I mean, Skyline. Oof,
Yep.
I just,
R35.
yeah, I just can't.
R34. R32. I'm just gonna keep going on. Okay.
Yeah, R35, man.
Yep.
R35.
Yeah. Beautiful. Yeah. Just more and more come. I think now, as you said, I'm stepping away from the off-road terrain events, and I'm really edging for the street ones now. Um,
Absolutely.
Yeah, but regardless of tuning not being a factor here, I think like you, like I mentioned, if you can expect chaos, a little bit of craziness in the off-road terrain events, you can expect equally enough scenarios even in the street races.
Yeah, so it's going to be a very interesting one in terms of the hypercars as well, right? So the location that we have set for the hypercar events is also sort of, countryside.
Hmm.
So you got to be very careful because when you go ahead and, just X-rate full speed around the corner, you might just get out of the way as well. And ooh, all right, looks like the action has already begun. Attacks. We got
Yeah,
T-Bone in front of our screens, who is going to be in that
there you
Chevrolet
go.
Corvette. The Corvette 2020, ladies and gentlemen. And yeah, I mean, let's just hope that that thing is going to take him from the third place to the first.
Yeah, and a beautiful car, beautiful orange into the sunset, like we discussed as well. And he's trying his best to close in on the likes of midfield, who's right up ahead in a similar car, in fact.
I know, right? Most of them have just borrowed the leader's
Yeah,
car, I guess. And
yep.
it is actually going to be Bloodline who's going to be leading the race, ladies and gentlemen. I was expecting Hydroflick to go ahead and
Yeah.
get that done, but yeah, I mean, it looks like that we are going to be seeing Bloodline, who is going to be on the action first.
Ooh, midfield fumble just that much, and there you go, T-Bones. We get that wheel to wheel, a bit of bumping around as well, and they both crash into the rocks.
Yeah, right. Like, okay. You know what? It's time to reveal to the ladies and gentlemen that
Yep.
the race has not actually begun. This, ladies and gentlemen, is where they are, just testing out their vehicles, and they're getting ready for the race to actually start. And this was a sort of the countryside that I was talking about. So this bridge that T-Bone just passed by. So if you're not going to be careful enough, right, you are just gonna ram straight into it. Oh, there you go. Raman just started a convoy event, and we are Gucci.
All right. And yeah, of course, T-Bone's edging. He in fact brought up how he doesn't have probably one of the quickest cars out there. So I'm looking forward to which car that is. Who knows? Maybe it's a possible Lamborghini, perhaps. Definitely look at that license plate on T-Bone's car. T-Bone George. He's representing himself and his followers pretty evidently so in this event. I'm looking forward to the action that will ensue.
It
Oh, there you go,
looks
Supra.
like, yeah, we are going to be seeing Shriman right in front of our screens. But actually, to be honest, there's been a little bit of a disconnect. So we're going to leave the convoy. I mean, tech issues on the server side. Quite tends to happen. So it's fine. They are gonna join back into the convoy once again. But it's pretty interesting. I mean, Shriman and his love for the Supra. Let's talk about the Supra a little bit. I mean,
Yeah.
Zetak, what are your opinions on the new
I-
Supra 2020? This is the Supra A9, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, I sat very uncomfortably when they made the announcement that they're bringing out a new Supra. It's got the engine of a Z4, a BMW Z4. But regardless, it is as quick as you want it to be. Probably not as a tuned Supra from back in the day, but definitely serves as quite the competitor in events in Forza, especially.
I mean, not gonna lie, I like the Supra.
Oh.
Of course, the old one actually,
Mm-hmm.
because yeah, there's a little bit of a retro love for that. And when, of course, Paul Walker rocked it in Fast and Furious, but yeah.
Yeah, I think most folks remember Supras from the movie itself, and the love for this even transitioned from a lot of these fans of Fast and Furious and the old Supra. So definitely, it goes without saying, a beautiful car by a beautiful manufacturer.
Like the best part about that Supra as well, right, is the handling. Like the handling are just the handling of the Supra is just way too good, right? And you would expect that out of the Supra as well. A car the size of that thing and the engine that it's rocking as well under the hood is just a blessing in disguise. And I feel as if Supra is a very underrated car.
Yeah, I think the fact that it checks all the boxes of what a petrol head would want, would need, in fact, is the fact that it's underrated as well, considering perhaps it to get that top speed you might have to tune it, but definitely right out of the gates of the factory, it's a beautiful car.
Yeah, I mean, the stock Supra as well is pretty interesting. I would, of course, want to put a tune on it because why not? And yeah, with a tuned Supra, you just become unstoppable.
Yeah, pretty much. I have noises to make, but I won't.
Yeah, I actually see all of these reels as well, right? Where
Yeah.
all of these amazing muscle car owners just go ahead and rev it up, and they're like, "Well, neighbors, I'm sorry. I'm really sorry for this."
Yeah, definitely. Even straight out of the garage, and look at midfield. He's taking his Audi RS7 out for a spin. He's on the dirt now. So
Damn,
hopefully we get to
some
see him in the same car though.
some German love out there, huh?
Yeah. Beautiful car, RS7. I remember seeing it for the first time as a kid. A7, in fact, the predecessor for this car. Beautifully designed, and
I was
Germans
actually
they just have a
very,
thing.
I was actually very excited when I heard the rumor that Audi is going to make its way into F1 as well. But then that sort of died very,
Yeah.
very, very, very quickly. That rumor just died because no, Audi's not going to be making it to F1.
Yeah, Porsche has better chances of coming out on track in
Yeah.
Formula One. But we're back with T-Bone in the Chevy Corvette.
Yep. The good old Chevy. But yeah, it looks like that they're all gonna get
Oh.
ready to jump in towards a convoy as well. And ooh, Shriman. Wow, Shriman is actually just, he's
Oh.
just sheesh.
There you go. Yeah, there you go. Off-road is one thing, and then you put water into the mix, and you get the.
It's like multi-terrain, baby.
Yep. There you go. An ATV of sorts. Corvette gone ATV, folks.
I know, right? And yeah, I mean, Shriman is just gonna go ahead and flex off his controller as well, saying
Yeah.
that, hey, who's the boss? I'm right here.
Oh, I'm excited to see that in an event. Of course,
And we
Robo.
have Raka. Oh, sorry, Robo. My bad.
Yeah, Robo in a Supra as well.
Again, really like the chrome there, but I don't know. I'm sort of against the chrome a little bit. Like I like the bling, but hey, it's just too much bling.
Yeah. And he's first one of our streamers here today to send a car sideways. I'm actually looking forward to. I'm looking forward to a lot of things at this point. I brought it up enough, but sending it sideways and in a Supra, especially. Hopefully, we get.
I really like the number plate, Zaire.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's sort of like Robo's identity.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Oh,
Much
bloodline.
There you go. He's in a Corvette as well. And gone with a matte black. Looks like a matte black one, but could be just black. Regardless, I think he's getting a feel for the car. He's keeping it clean on the asphalt, like a good citizen would. Come on, throw it around into the sand, perhaps.
I really like how he's just maintaining the lane. And
Yeah.
He's not. Oh, never mind. Never mind.
Oh. Near misses.
Near misses, and he's gonna collect some XP points for that as well. But yeah, we're just gonna be waiting for Bloodline to join the convoy as well. 4 or 5 people are already in, and the rest of them are gonna join in as well. And as soon as that is gonna happen, we're gonna be starting off with the first race. But for now, things look very, very exciting. Unable to join the Horizon convoy, maybe full or it may be disbanded. Nice. Oops.
Oops, indeed. And yeah, we're back on. Oh, there you go. Now
There you go.
someone's doing
Bloodline is
something I
joining the
like.
convoy.
Oh, to crash. Oh, okay. The Chrome Supra off-road. You don't get to see those every day.
Oh, damn, man. I guess Robo is just going to go ahead and harvest all of those side sweeps, side sweep XPs.
Yeah, rightfully picks up some landscaping, XP for landscaping as well.
Yeah, he's going to get a lot of that. And he's going to get a great skill chain as well for that. Oh, wreckage. Ultimate wreckage.
There you go.
Awesome, man.
Awesome. Yeah, this guy, 360. Let's go.
Let's go. I mean, this guy's just, farming up all of the XP right here. Oh, there's Mr. Raman Chopra with his Jeep waiting for the off-road event to start.
Talk about going to a completely left field approach. Perhaps not for the off-road terrain events, but definitely compared to his, contemporaries, a Jeep. How's this gonna pan out with the likes of a Corvette and Audi RS7 perhaps? Yep,
I mean, I'm definitely sure that all of these people are just gonna go ahead and borrow the leader's car because in an off-road event, I don't particularly think so. The Supra or the Corvette is gonna help you, unless and until you have some sort of a drift tune on it. But of course, not gonna be having a drift tune, so.
Yeah, but you know who we've not seen yet? It's the likes of Hydroflick. And who knows what he's. Oh, okay, Rakazone as well. So Hydroflick and Rakazone. Expecting great things for them. Again, with the Corvette, Shriman's just experimenting because we got the first person view here within the car. And yeah, he picks up some skill points along the way. Just free roam. He's cruising.
Yeah, he's just cruising, having fun. I really want to see Hydroflick. If you can have Hydroflick on the screen as well, that would be amazing because, I really want to see if he's, on his sim setup. Is he actually using the wheel and his entire sim setup, or are we going to be seeing him on the controller?
Yeah, doing some, perhaps practicing for donuts. Shriman lines up right in front.
Shriman, I guess he's just, there you go. He's just gonna dash into Raman Chopra. He's gonna be like, "Get out of my way!"
Back into him. You're a Jeep. You're not saying I'm a Corvette. You're a Corvette. Oh, there you go. He's coming back.
Yep. Now they're having a duel.
Yeah. 1v1. Forza Horizon.
Yep. 1v1 me in Forza
Yeah.
Horizon 5.
Yes. Uh, and yeah, I mean, we still haven't seen the likes of a Lamborghini, but as you mentioned, the first
Oh, there you
bunch of
go.
events.
Starting a convoy event.
Hey,
Shriman, accept it. Join
except,
the event.
come on, baby, we want to see you off road.
Hopefully, he did join.
Yeah,
If he didn't, then
yeah, yeah. But yeah, T-Bone and Raka, I'm looking forward. I'm on the edge of my seat. This is when we get ready to see, perhaps, who knows, everybody goes the Jeep way, just like Raman Chopra.
well, Shriman, I guess he's just he actually did not join the race, so
Ah,
he got kicked out, I guess. So it's okay. We are gonna be seeing that
yep.
happening. Let's switch over
Jeep.
to someone like T-Bone, I guess.
Yeah. I'd love to see what he's up to. What kind of prep? I know he's one of these guys who just ensures there's some kind of preparation. Even if there's no preparation, there's a little bit of preparation at least, boosting your own self confidence. He'll be a step ahead compared to the rest of the field. But I think we've got ourselves something else. Is that a Renault?
That's a hooligan that I was talking about, the Ford hooligan.
Oh, there it is. It is. It's so dark. Couldn't figure it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is the Ford Hoonigan that I was talking about as well. So the race is going to be starting up in about a few minutes. It's already underway, if I'm not wrong, and we are going to be jumping straight in towards the POVs for the likes of T-Bone, Bloodline, and all who just joined the convoy, and the race is about to begin as well. Event number one, as I told you guys, is going to be an off-road circuit. So yeah, we are going to be having a little bit of a beat. So the best part is that Shriman did practice out on the beach side, right? And the
Yeah.
location for the race is sort of halfway over towards there as well. So it surely is going to be
Okay.
interesting, and going to be waiting for that to start as well.
Yeah, so I'm totally enjoying himself by the beach, along with the water as well. And of course, his moment of going 1v1 with Raman, uh, that was an interesting spectacle on its own.
Absolutely.
Uh, yep, that was refreshing to see the likes of some cars out there around the map. And yeah, Supras in a chrome, in red as well. Yep, I'm a bit disappointed. I've not seen anyone pick a Lamborghini right out the bat. But yeah, probably going to see a completely different cars as we head into the events. But we did see a
just
Jeep,
got
so
a
somebody's practicing.
just got a heads up that the race is underway, so let's
Okay,
quickly jump in towards the streamer
let's go.
POVs and take a quick look at what exactly they are brewing up as well. We can jump in over towards the likes of T-Bone first, because I'm pretty sure that he might actually be leading the race as well.
Okay,
So yeah, we're gonna be waiting for T-Bone's POV to show up on the screens, and we're gonna be jumping straight in towards that as well. But I guess Shriman did disconnect out, so maybe we are gonna be rehosting the entire thing. So in the meantime, Zadaxa, I really wanted to quickly ask you, who do you think is gonna bag the win? Any predictions?
let's back up the triad. Hydroflick, he's got himself a wheel. How much of a difference he can make, and of course, he's possibly the one with the most experience. But then again, we did see Shriman going chaotically by the beat side. I think with the level of energy each one of these streamers bring, we saw Midfail as well. We saw Raman in the Jeep. And it goes without saying, I think it's anyone's guess who's going to be on the top step at the end of the event itself. But I'm going to say Hydroflick or T-Bone. Leave it there.
Interesting. So I was actually gonna be rooting for Hydroflick and T-Bone as well. So I guess we
Oh,
have
okay.
similar tastes, but at the same time, I think that maybe Raka, because
Okay.
I don't know. I actually haven't seen Raka racing as well, so it's gonna be a sight for fresh eyes. But at the same time, I believe that I believe in one thing: having more and more gear doesn't really make you good. As in, people might think that playing on a wheel is very easy. It's not. It's
Mm-hmm.
extremely hard. It's extremely difficult,
Yeah.
because I personally have had a first-hand experience at it. Like I played Formula One with the wheel, and
Mm-hmm.
well, that turned out to be. Let's just say I was in the midfield.
Okay.
I was in the midfield. And with the controller, of course, I am, top five. But yeah, like the midfield, it becomes very difficult with the wheel, okay? Because like, okay, if you have experience, that's a different thing. But if you don't have prior experience, then it becomes difficult. So yeah, Hydroflick, we know for a fact that he drives IRL, and at the same time, he has experience on the wheel as well. So yeah, hopefully he might just back the cake. But if he doesn't, then I guess T-Bone or Raka do have a shot.
Yeah, and yeah, let's not forget. Goes without saying, regardless of the input devices, familiarity makes up for most of it. And with T-Bone, like I said, the level of energy he brings, and something particularly I'd like to mention. I bet Shriman fans are listening to us right now and saying, did you guys miss out that fact that Shriman was just sending it sideways through the beach? You think
Oh
he's
my
not
god.
going to do equally better, if anything, in off-road terrain, sprints, as well as street events? So yeah, we're in for some action, that's for sure.
That's for sure. We are going to be seeing some good action coming out our way, but with that, the race has to start as well. And as soon as it's going to be starting up, we're going to be jumping straight in towards the streamer POVs as well. But I believe that after the off road circuit, we are going to be having an on road circuit as well. And then we are going to be having a cross country and then again an off road. So, yeah, it surely is going to be packed with a lot of entertainment and action as well. After that, we're going to be jumping into the sprints, and then to end it all, we are going to be having the street races in line as well. So,
Okay,
yeah, I mean,
good to know. There's like,
hopefully,
yeah, there's a
yeah,
variation in the very beginning, so
of
it
course.
won't be constant. So I'm looking forward to it. I think even the folks are looking forward to it. Perhaps
Yeah.
different off-road terrain vehicles. Perhaps let's just hope not everybody picks the leader's car. They
Yeah,
experiment a
to be
bit.
honest, I did see a couple of different off-road vehicles when we did switch over to Raman Chopra and Shriman Legends POVs as well. So hopefully, I believe that we are going to be seeing different cars coming out as well. But if you're not, then of course to keep it a level playing field, we are going to be having to borrow the leader's car, and that is going to determine who exactly is going to be the best driver because the cars won't make a difference. It's the driver who drives them.
Precisely. Of course, off-road terrain. I'm on the edge of my seat, man. To see the likes of even Raman, who seemed like he knows what he's doing. He picked the Jeep already compared to the other streamers who were just messing about on the asphalt as well as over, the dirt as well. Hopefully, we don't see the repeat of that scene, which midfield as well as T-Bone went through, crashing into the rocks. But who knows? Maybe they'll just fly right over it, like a
Yeah.
scene out of Need for Speed.
Absolutely, it's going to be down to who exactly can handle their wheel, because it just comes down to how exactly you are going to go ahead and drive around through all of these circuits as well. And of course, not to mention the checkpoints are a big problem in the
Hmm.
game. You miss out one within like a couple of inches, and you're just going to have to
Yeah,
rewind and lose a lot of seconds as well. So
exactly.
that you need to be very very careful about it. I mean, it's okay if you're slow,
Hmm.
but at least don't miss a checkpoint because that's gonna make you even more slow.
Yeah, something tells me, although the rewind option feature exists, we're going to see a few of these drivers, perhaps reverse instead, and that would be an
Yeah,
iconic scene on its own.
yeah.
Probably see them do a 360 and sorry, 180, and then go through the checkpoint again. That would be a good fun, the reaction of missing the checkpoint as well. Yeah, just excited.
I do remember back in the days, right?
Hmm.
OG racing games didn't really have the rewind option. So you miss a
Yeah,
checkpoint, you have to
back
go
it up.
back again, yep, back it up, and then get the checkpoint. Like, okay, if you're an OG racing fanboy, maybe these streamers are gonna do that. But
Hmm.
yeah, you can just press Y on your controller and you can just rewind and just make that checkpoint.
Yeah, you threw me back a decade almost, back to Need for Speed Most Wanted even. Um, yeah, ever since Forza Horizon came out, I think a lot of Need for Speed fans transitioned into Forza Horizon as well, and they felt like it was home as well. I don't think they felt like it was something hard to learn either. And yeah,
Of
the
course, I mean, Forza Horizon 5, right?
mhm.
It's just it's a gorgeous game.
Yep.
Can't deny it's beautiful in every way, and of course the added photo mode as well, right? It just really brings a lot of life as well, because I personally have been going nuts with the photo mode inside of the game, and I've got myself a pretty good collection as well. So you guys can
Hmm.
use as wallpapers. Just DM me on my socials, and I'll send it over to you as well. Please
Brilliant.
just give out the credits to me. Okay? I really like
Sweet. Yep. Who knew? Even for that matter, the fact that you bring up photo mode, right? It's so beautiful. You don't have to run around. I see all these IRL photo spotters as well. Sorry,
Yep.
supercar spotters. My apologies there. Fair bit of work going into that. But imagine to be able to just sit back, relax, and experiment around, be it asphalt, be it streets, be it off road, and have your favorite car on your screen and get every angle you'd like to see it.
Absolutely. The best part about the photo mode as well is the added features that they have embedded inside of the photo mode as well. So you can change out a lot of filters. There's a
Hmm.
lot of cam angles. There's a lot of focus modes. You can change the way the vignette works. You can change the way the color, the brightness, the temperature. So many options to fiddle around with, and of course, just get that perfect snap so that you can just share it up on the Forza Horizon community page. And the best part about that, again, is the fact that it gets featured on the website. So,
Hmm.
people can actually go ahead and rate your photos, rate your snaps, and you can sort of become a public figure in the Forza Horizon community page.
Yeah. Even the community, they're pretty, welcoming, you could say. And the
Definitely.
reason I bring it up, right, considering uh, petrol heads in general, since it is a niche, they tend to be aggressive, at least in the past, from what I remember. The older folks, when I was young, they weren't all too welcoming. But I think all the ones who've transitioned from video games in IRL, they're much more open to having more folks get in to cars and even share their passion in cars and tuning as well. But yeah, hopefully we've managed to motivate someone to go Google every kind of car there is in the world tonight.
Yeah. And also, about that point as well, right? I mean, in the photo mode, and the entire the community welcoming the new players kind of thing. So one of the things that I noticed in the Forza community is that, just as you said, they are very, very welcoming. So I remember my first run in the previous game of the franchisee, that is Forza Horizon 4.
Mm-hmm.
And like the community was just so welcoming. They were helping out in terms of every single tunes, every single mods, and on these Forza Horizon forums as well. They were just helping out on how exactly you can do this, you can do that. And on top of that, even in this game, right, Forza Horizon 5,
Mm-hmm.
uh, the feature that you can actually send gifts, so you
Mm-hmm.
can send cars as gifts to anyone around the world. It's one of the best features that I think has been embedded into the game as well. Like, I remember when I first jumped into Forza Horizon 5, I did not have a lot of cars.
Okay.
So I did go ahead on barn find hunts as well. But at
Mm-hmm.
the same time, I remember all of these OG Forza Horizon boys. They used to send out gifts to me. So I remember finding a Chevrolet Corvette. I remember finding a Dodge Viper. I remember finding a Lamborghini Huracan. So they actually send out gifts to all of these newer players. Like, you have this option to new beginning players of the Forza Horizon franchise
Yeah.
when you send out gifts. So you can just send out cars to all of these new upcoming players who don't
Mm-hmm.
really have a big collection. And that itself is one of the best things about Forza Horizon community. Like, they're so welcoming to new players. They're like, just take this. It's gonna help you in your entire journey. I'm like, thank you.
Mm-hmm. Uh, Yeah, and got to relate there with regard to the community. I think there was this moment of me not having said anything at all back in Forza Horizon 4. Friend of mine, like I said, my friend of mine came home and we were just free roaming, and you can actually request for a race with another guy online, right? In free roam, and you do that, and after the race ends, he's still cruising with you, and we're just making friends along the way. And yeah, it's a beautiful game, like you mentioned. Yeah, it's just memories, man.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I really love the third entry to the franchise as well, right? Forza Horizon 3.
Mhm.
That was actually very, very beautiful. It was set in Australia, if I'm not wrong. and Forza Horizon 4 was set in UK, and now we are into Brazil.
Brazil,
No, wait,
yeah.
Mexico.
Okay.
So yeah, it's Mexico. So yeah, Forza Horizon 5 is set in Mexico. So bit quite a turn, right? So Australia, then we jump in towards UK, and then we jump in towards Mexico. So
Yeah. Wise
yeah, I mean,
chance. But how do you think Forza Horizon India will look like? A lot of
uh,
streets,
a
for
lot of
sure.
streets, but I mean, way too much traffic though. So
Yeah,
I don't know.
true.
I don't know how that is gonna pan out.
We
Like
can make
at
a
least in
game.
Mexico, at least in Mexico, we got a lot of woods. So it's actually pretty peaceful and chill to drive around there. But I think if there is gonna be an Indian setting, then national highways are gonna be your best friends.
Yeah, definitely. I'd love to take a Lamborghini out onto Yamuna Expressway in north of India.
Yeah.
That would be beautiful. Yep.
Yeah, even the Mumbai Gujarat highway, that actually is also pretty dope. I mean,
Yeah.
I've seen some insane supercars drive around that way as well.
Wow.
So
Of
it's a pretty wide open road. So you get all the space you need to just hit 300 down the straight.
course. Yeah. That's exactly what anyone with a supercar would want. And yeah, hopefully in the sprint events which are to come, we get to see all these streamers hit similar speeds, but in game. But equally fun, I'm sure.
Yeah, I also got the heads up that we are restarting the lobby.
Okay.
Some of the players did disconnect, so we are going to be going ahead and starting the race really, really soon. But in the meantime, guys, I want you to go ahead and check out the amazing offers that LG UltraGear has got in store for you. Using the link down in the description below, you guys can go ahead and pick up these insane monitors with specs like anti-ghost and 1 milliseconds response time to actually truly enjoy the real look and feel of Forza Horizon 5. So yeah, please go ahead and check out all the links down in the description below. And yeah, pick yourself an LG GN 2750. I mean, that thing is actually amazing. Like I've got one myself, and it truly makes me enjoy Forza Horizon 5 and its true beauty.
And I can back you up on that. I actually happened to be a viewer a few months back, actually about a year back, and I actually picked up an Ultra Gear monitor for myself. Thoroughly been enjoying it for gaming.
Yeah.
No
So
more.
I've got three LG Ultra Gear monitors. I mean, I've got the 24 GL600F and of course the 27 GN650 as well. So yeah, I mean, pretty interesting right there. And ooh,
There you go.
right there. It looks like that the circuit has already begun, ladies and gentlemen, and we are in the race. This is the off-road event that I was talking about. Zataxter. You're gonna be seeing Bloodline who's gonna be leading the charger with his Jeep.
Yeah, neon green Jeep. Of course, he gets XP for clean racing, throws it up into the air again, and he should get ultimate air for that. Wreckage in the gaps as well. Yeah, XP just piling up for him as he sends it a bit sideways in the neon green Jeep.
Damn, it looks like the Bloodline is actually kicking it off. We're gonna be seeing Hydra Flick, who is gonna be following him right behind. Gotta be very, very careful when you're making all of these jumps. And there's T-Bone at the 7th position.
There you go. I think he's still figuring things out. But yeah, he should pick up an ultimate air. Bang onto the ground again. I think he's unfazed by it. He's going to keep pushing through. Seems like all of them getting their checkpoints. Right.
Yeah, I mean, I thought that someone or the other is gonna go ahead and lose other check. Oh, nice drift. Let's go. What is this? Tokyo drift or what? No, he did not miss.
We got some bumping here between
there you go. Hydra Flick on the wheel, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to be seeing Hydra Flick, who's going to go wheel to wheel with Bloodline. I just be seeing Bloodline go ahead and edge it out, but Hydra Flick is going to be going crazy with them pedal to the metal.
Oh, he sent it too wide. He's sending it sideways. He lost the position as well, and that should give him an advantage. Bloodline, he steered away, and Hydra Flick has a lot of catching up to do at this rate. He threw it sideways, and it just didn't go his way. But nevertheless, Hydra Flick, mind you, he is still on the chase, and he's not backing off.
It looks like that. Oh, there you go. There you go. Have to go ahead and hit the rewind button. He missed a checkpoint, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah.
So we are going to be seeing Hydra Flick, who's going to be down to the 3rd position. And there's Robo. Try and get something done here. And to be completely honest, right, he's trying his level best, but at the same time, all of these off-road terrain is kind of getting towards him.
I think he's just trying his best to keep getting each checkpoint, and I think he might have missed one. But regardless, he's trying to close in on the one in front. But look at the concentration on this man, Bloodline. He is just in the lead, and he's just locked into this event.
Oh man, there's absolutely no one around him, by the way. Hydroflick is at the third spot, and Naban Chopra is just a couple of seconds behind. So Bloodline is actually keeping up the pace. That's a good race pace that he has got on as well. All he has to do is make sure that he brakes at the right time and doesn't go off the tracks.
Yeah, precisely. And yeah, there you go. Hydroflick trying to close in on Raman to get his position back.
Just look at the cam setup that he has got, man. He's got himself a cam that shows his face, and then he's got a wheel cam as well that shows how exactly he's handling that wheel as well. So, oh my God, no, off the track. Hydroflick. Well, it looks like that someone did not practice his wheel.
Yeah, every time we're on him, he does the same mistake, fumbles that much when he sends it sideways.
I guess performance anxiety. I don't know.
Perhaps.
Oh no!
Yeah, Raman did end up fumbling that much more. I think he's
he's gonna miss the checkpoint. Yeah. He missed the checkpoint.
Yeah.
Yep, he's gonna have to rewind. He's just done. He's like, no, rewind. I'm gonna lose positions, and there you go. Hydroflick takes up the second spot, ladies and gentlemen. Bloodline. Yeah. He's just flown past his attacks.
Yeah, and that was midfield getting that position off of Raman, who happened to miss out on it again. He trades positions with the likes of Raman again, and now Hydroflick, he's back with his goal, close in on Bloodline, and perhaps take off the lead sooner than later. But Bloodline's nowhere in sight.
Yeah, and there's T-Bone. Just smiling around. He's like, man, I can't catch up to Shriman. I'm just too slow.
Yeah, it's a different race here at the back, but it's a race nonetheless. He's got Shriman up there.
He almost missed. Oh yeah, he missed the checkpoint. Oh my God, T-Bone. He just missed it by, millimeters, I guess. It was so close. All he had to do was hit that checkpoint right there. And let me see Bloodline, who's just, I guess this guy was just grinding or what?
Yeah. And Bloodline, of course, regardless of him being in the lead, he can hear all the chaos happening behind him, ensuing behind him, and he's thoroughly enjoying it as well. He's kept it clean, his concentration and his skills paying off there, and Hydroflick trying his best to close in.
Nice. Final wrap of the race, by the way, Zetaxter, and this is going to be it. We are going to be seeing Bloodline in the lead, Hydroflick following him in the second spot, Raman Chopra on the third, midfield on the fourth as well. So, yeah, hopefully midfield doesn't miss a checkpoint, because if he does, then Shriman is going to go ahead and take over. And I suppose Hydroflick is going to try his level best to just make up the seconds, but it's just too much, man.
Yeah, he sends it ultimate right there. And yep, he knows that missing that checkpoint bit him quite a bit. And of course, Bloodline knows what's coming. It's a W on the board.
Look at that, ultimate clean racing. All this XP farming coming out from Bloodline as well. And this guy has actually done his homework at Axstar.
Yeah. He's outdone himself at the very first race. And of course, I'm curious what Raman's up to. It is the final lap. And of course, midfield, he's ahead of the likes of Shriman.
Midfield is just, concentrating too much. He's like, I gotta win this. I can't lose positions to Shriman, otherwise he's gonna just overtake me. And
the craziness that comes with Shriman, of course, if only we could get on board Shriman, that would be great. But yeah, midfield, he's trying to finish in the position he's in, fourth.
There you go. Gonna be seeing Mr. Bloodline to go ahead and win it out and do the dance as well on his cam. And there's Hydroflick coming in at the second spot, sipping on his cup of coffee. Has to get in the extra amount of caffeine to concentrate and steer clear. And yeah, I mean, there's T-Bone in the final position.
He's glad he finished. That's for sure.
No, he's not gonna finish.
You're not?
Nope.
I think
did not finish.
There you go.
Oh my God, T-Bone. It's okay, buddy. It's okay. And there's midfield who's trying to finish the race as well. For him, there's still like 5 seconds left, so he's gonna finish on time. So that's nice. That's nice. There you go. Gonna be seeing him go ahead and finish in the fourth spot as well. And Yeah, that is going to be it, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to be seeing Bloodline, who's going to be taking the win for the first race. This is going to be the off-road cross-country circuit. Zataxter, I need your reviews on the race. What exactly went wrong for the likes of Hydraflick, Raman Chopra? I mean, we saw Raman Chopra in the second spot, and then he just lost it all because of that one checkpoint miss.
Yeah, I think the mix of asphalt as well as dirt coming into the mix on these off-road events, not really working out for the likes of Hydroflick. Even though he is on the wheel, we did expect lots from him, rightfully so. Second place, let's not discount that anymore. But yeah, I think we didn't get to see the best of Shriman either. Of course, Midfield was trying to stay in the mix, but definitely what went wrong with the likes of that battle between Bloodline and Hydroflick, which was that's so close. In fact, they were bumping each other at one point. Like you mentioned, you miss a checkpoint, that's going to cost for more than you think.
Definitely. We're going to be seeing the top 4 streamers as well who won out the first race in front of our screens. Ladies and gentlemen, Bloodline coming in the first spot, Hydroflick on the second, Raman Chopra on the third, and Midfield on the fourth as well. So all these 4 lads have gone ahead and won out the first race, the first off-road circuit that we had. And yeah, I mean, congratulations to them. Coming in with the 5th, 6th, and 7th spot are going to be Shriman, Robo, and T-Bone. So yeah, interesting race for the first one, in my opinion, and I just can't wait to see what the rest of the day has got in store for it. Because I saw a lot of braking incidents as well in that last particular race, so that is going to be a good trial sort of a race for them. As the first race is sort of going to get them in that mix, and then eventually we are going to be seeing a lot happening as well. Oh wow, Bloodline has actually got that Uchiha livery going on into that McLaren Senna as well.
Yeah, I was gonna say it was a P1, and then I realized the triple exhaust. Yeah, and we did see Hydroflick on Lamborghini as well. So yeah, the interest coming out. Beautiful cars, as we've spoken earlier on. And yeah, looks like Bloodlines brought his best and proves to be quite the competitor. Another man here, Shriman, has got a smile on his face. I think he's looking forward for the next couple of events, possibly competing in his Supra going into the sprints. Or not the sprints, in fact, the streets. Who knows?
Yeah, they're back again into the convoy, so I'm gonna be waiting for them to start up the next event. But yeah, the first one was very interesting, Zetak. I'm not gonna lie. Like I expected that these guys are gonna struggle a lot, but they actually didn't. Like they pretty much had it.
Yeah, now it goes to show what Bloodline was doing a little bit of prep for. Managed to bag P1. He goes straight into the bus, Robo. Of course, you will survive that. Rightfully so, a nice 360. But yeah, then again, that race, the way it panned out, I think we've not seen the best from Shriman and T-Bone. I think it's yet to come. Who knows? Maybe we'll see things go completely upside down, and perhaps T-Bone leading a race soon enough.
Yeah, you never know. I mean, T-Bone might just go ahead and take it away as well. But what I'm really excited to see is how exactly is Hydra feeling right now behind the wheel in an actual sim setup, because that off-road race did not look that pleasing and comfortable.
Hopefully we can see his best over at the sprint events as well as the street events. I think we'll see him steer away off a distance, huge gaps being built up with the likes of whoever's running second, who knows. But yeah, I think for now it's all predictions, as we always make, and definitely we're going to see the likes of Shriman bring his best. I can't stop talking about the likes of Shriman and T-Bone. We've barely begun, clearly.
Yeah, we have barely begun, ladies and gentlemen. We've got 10 races, by the way. Just got finished with one, so we got 9 more. And there is the race 1 standing, ladies and gentlemen. Bloodline going ahead, racking up 10 points after winning off the first race itself. Hydroflick coming in at 8 points in the second spot. Raman Chopra at the third spot with 6 points. We've got Midfield, who's going to be at the 4th spot with 4 points. And then we've got Shriman Legend, T-Bone, and Shriman Legend, Robo, and T-Bone getting 3, 2, and 1 points respectively. So yeah, those are going to be the points after race 1. What do you think? Who exactly do you think is going to be the first spot after 5 consecutive races, Zataxter?
I'm going to go ahead. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and say Raman now, because I think he's played his cards right in the first event. I think we saw him for just a moment or so, and we did see him make through each one of those checkpoints. So yeah, if he can get the job done, he gets the job done, and at the end of the day, every point counts. And we're gonna see Hydroflick and Bloodline fumble. I have a feeling, because we did see one of them fumble in the very first race. So going into the next 4 races, it's anyone's guess. So I'm gonna go out on a limb and say Raman.
I mean, Raman did seem comfortable at the start, so I guess that we are going to be seeing a lot of action coming out from his side as well. There's Bloodline once again, the winner for the first race, enjoying his McLaren Senna action. And there's another event that is about to start up right about now.
Okay, statistically, the man in the front with 10 points on the board, it's Bloodline. I can see him. His concentration is at its peak, as you'd expect. And right behind the wheel of a Senna, sending it onto the dirt, just to get a feeling of how it's going to arrive, and possibly switching a car.
Yeah, I mean, definitely he is going to go ahead and switch out to another class vehicle as well. And I guess the option is going to be popping up as well. And yeah, there you go. He's going to be choosing a BMW for this one. Interesting.
Yeah, the BMW M badge cars are a thing in its own, just like the Audi RS badge cars. You got a favorite? I got my mind on the M4. I think it's the same one he's taking out for the event itself.
I guess that is the BMW M4.
Yeah.
But if it's not, then in general, I mean, the BMW cars are very, very beautiful when it comes down to all of these street circuits as well, right? So the handling is just amazing. The power as well in that engine is really good. I mean, the brakes, of course, the BMW brakes are something that we all talk about. So yeah, I guess BMW should be the best bet for that particular race as well, because the next one I told you is going to be on road and not off road.
Yeah, so just asphalt. I think Bloodline, again, coming back to him, I think we're going to see him in front in this specific race. But then again, I did mention Hydroflick. I think now the fact that there is no more off-road scenarios in this specific race, we might just see him at his best, going wheel to wheel. And who knows, we'll see these drivers out in these terrains 3 wide, perhaps, at some point.
Oh, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. A little bit of a surprise for you. I did say asphalt, but I never said that there's not going to be a single amount of off-road. So these are the... Yep, trick me, man. These kind of races is what makes it very, very interesting, and this is where Shriman's beachside action is gonna come into play.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, right in the way of Bloodline. But yeah.
Robo just spun off the track and wow, what it, Shriman.
See, he wants to get the checkpoints, but he likes the beach more. So
yeah, I guess he's a beach lover.
Yeah. By the beach, he's definitely going to lobby for a beachside event soon. But yeah, he's getting his checkpoints, so he's not, regardless of loving the beach, he gets his checkpoints, right?
Raman Chopra with the perfect car.
Yeah, personal favorite was that is the Ford after all, because the Fiesta is another beast.
Yeah, there's a Ford RS Hoonigan, ladies and gentlemen, and. This is the perfect car for this track. I'm not gonna lie.
It's kind of terrain, but unfortunately, there you go, a bit of bumping between Midfield and Robo. I think that they're holding each other's hands through each checkpoint. That's what it's really doing. Left Robo back behind, and Midfield's going to be on his way. Both in similar colors as well. The Toyota Supra, a brilliant car at that. We spoke all about it earlier on. Back to Shriman. As he's over the grass, cutting some grass, just
getting his share of the grass action.
Yeah, for the so ultimate XP points to that, and onto asphalt he goes for a brief moment. And up ahead though is Robo, so he's trying to close in. Is he though? Is he trying to get every checkpoint regardless? Someone went sideways. Ooh, Midfield just shot across.
Yeah, Midfield is going to go off track as well. We're going to be seeing Bloodline. Oh, no, Bloodline. You're going to miss the checkpoint.
Back it up.
Wow. Did he actually make it? No, I don't think so.
Did he? Yes.
No. He didn't. Rewind, baby.
There you go. Hydroflick goes on his way, and so does Midfield. Nope.
Yeah.
Robo, I believe.
We're in the second lap.
Yep.
as well, and I believe that Raman is handling pretty well because he's got the best vehicle for this track. All right, he's
Yeah.
got the Ford RS Hoonigan, and that thing can't be more perfect.
Yeah. And yeah, Shriman's gone completely off, and there you go. It almost seemed like he's gonna pick off that position from Robo. It seemed like he's gonna be lacking, be on the back foot. Regardless, he's trying his best. You can see him getting each and every checkpoint counts for him more than anything.
Oh, there's the big jump.
Boom.
And two people. Oh, Shriman is actually gonna get up to the fifth spot, I guess, because I saw Robo and Mackle out of the this thing, out of the checkpoint range. So, oh yeah, there you go. Shriman
Yeah.
is gonna get the fifth spot.
Yeah, hopefully so. Goes to show why you need to get every checkpoint in this event. As he goes on, we did see him peek over to the beach side. Then he realized he needs to get every checkpoint, and he came back onto the track.
You're gonna be seeing a big jump coming right about now, and let's just
Yeah.
hope that the Supra is gonna do its fair share of that airtime.
Go
Hopefully,
at
he keeps
ramp.
it straight. There you go. So yeah, all he has to do is just stick to the asphalt and be careful. And yeah, it's gonna be holding on to that fifth spot as well. On to the third lap we go, Zataxtra, and I feel as if the side of Raman Chopra, right? It's gonna take it away, man. Just like you predicted it
Yeah.
out to be.
Yeah, but still, this is one of three more events in this first five event series, and there you go, Raman behind the wheel of a Hoonigan is getting everything bang on. He's just got it clinical at this point. This race event was built for him, built for that car.
Like the braking is also so good. I mean, he's got this.
Yeah, and you can hear the engine note as well. Okay, no words. We can just let it run.
Yeah. The best part is
Beautiful.
that this Hoonigan is not tuned as well, right? So my Hoonigan is tuned, so
Course.
it does like 150 plus on all of these terrains, but his is doing 110. So I guess it's the stock Hoonigan.
And of course, somebody's struggling in the background, of course. But Raman's not struggling one bit. He can throw one of his arms behind his head, perhaps, as he makes this jump. He's gonna land, pick up an XP for ultimate air rightfully. So 2 wheels, okay, and for clean racing as well.
I mean, he's actually nailing this, isn't he? And there's our wheel boy, Hydroflick, at the second spot. He's doing pretty good for himself. Which car is he in?
Is he in a G? No.
From the looks of it, it looks like he's actually got this doing really good. And look at the amount of concentration he's putting on in the
Yeah.
wheel as well. It's like, oh, I just gotta
Oh,
steer right. Oh,
beautiful.
no, there you go, got it. Oh,
Does it
beautiful.
bang on? One more. Keeps it straight. Ensures he picks up that checkpoint. And he goes to the checkpoint and he's going to keep on going as you'd expect. Somehow it says, yeah, definitely. Going into asphalt events, this guy's going to have an edge. But for now, he's picking up all the XP you'd like to by sending that car sideways to his checkpoint.
He's actually drifting pretty cool.
Yeah. Exactly.
I don't know what
Back
car
to
is he
midfield.
in though. I guess. I don't know. Oh, midfield? No, not in the water. No. Oh, nice drift. So everyone's a Tokyo Drift fanboy, huh?
Yeah, and putting out a page from Shriman's book. And yeah, Bloodline ahead of him. But yeah, not nowhere near where he was in the first. And
There you
there's
go.
yeah,
There's the winner.
there's the enthusiasm in Raman as he picks up the second race's victory, and Hydroflick will pick up 2. There you go. That's Fiesta.
Oh, that was a Ford Fiesta.
Yeah.
Nice. And I guess Bloodline's gonna be third.
Yes, he will be.
Will he finish though? Nah, I don't think so. He's not gonna be finished. So they're all just gonna DNF. But yeah, he's gonna DNF.
Oh, he
There's
was
no
so
way he
close
finishes
though.
this.
He
Yeah,
was
he was
close,
very,
around
very
300
close.
yards. Yeah.
So I guess the top 4 are decided: Raman, Hydroflick, Bloodline, and Midfield.
Yeah. Yep. Midfield is also another one of the streamers playing their cards right, ensuring he's in the top 5. And yeah, it was fun to see. Hydroflick taming his beast in some ways behind that wheel.
Yep.
And yeah, it was Raman who came up in top.
Absolutely. That was That was a pretty good race, especially for Raman because he made the right choice with the right set of vehicle as well. When they might have seen a circuit, they might not have expected this circuit to be in as well. So it's a little bit of a tantrum, a little bit of a surprise element that we put into that track as well into that particular event. But yeah, Raman, he did an amazing job picking up the Ford RS Hoonigan and he just won it out. Now, the best part is that despite everything that happened, Hydra with the Ford Fiesta still managed to keep his cool with the wheel setup and every single turn, every single brakes, every single corners. It was just perfect coming out from him as well. So yeah, props to Hydra as well for finishing second, and we are going to be seeing the split screen coming up. We're going to be seeing the top four who won out that previous race as well. Raman on the first, Hydra Flick on the second, Bloodline on the third, and Midfield on the fourth.
Yeah. And with racing in events, consistency is key. And we can see Hydroflick having a bit of an encounter with another BMW. But I think he's learned his lesson and he's out in a Ford as well, similar to the Hoonigan. But I don't think it's the same.
The Hoonigan, man. It's just beautiful.
Yeah, definitely. Raman, he's perfected his skills behind the wheel of this, so we can rightfully back him for the next 3 events. If it goes his way, won't be surprising one bit.
Wow, did you just see Hydra Flick?
Yeah, he just zapped past that. I was trying to process who that was for a second.
What in God's name was after Hydra Flick?
Okay, I guess car selection was his mistake early on. Who knows which way it would have gone the previous event if he had gone with the Ford. But yeah, it's back to Shriman, who's trying to find his footing, sending the Supra sideways.
Yeah, he's getting some side swipes as well. And there is Mr. Mackle.
Okay, he's going into the back of a BMW.
That's Bloodline, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, that is.
Yeah. This is having a one-on-one duel. And wow.
Yeah.
Mackle just picked a fight with the truck.
There you go.
You don't want to do that, Mackle. You don't want to do that.
There you go, 360, burning rubber. What do you like to see in Forza Horizon 5?
I know, right? Just burning rubber is my kind of thing.
Yeah.
Some donuts, some 360s, some burnouts. You name it, got it. But yeah, like, oh wow. His nameplate says Gujjar.
Yes. And yeah, soon enough we'll have the standings on the board for a race too. The event just that got wrapped up. Raman Chopra, who finished that with 10 points. Hydroflick coming second, coming clutch. The consistency is there. 8 points for him. Bloodline gets 6 points to his name, followed by Midfield, Shriman, Mackle, and Robo.
Yeah, I mean Raman racking up those 10 points is going to be a big factor because I mean, we are going to be seeing the final standings as well after the 5th race. You guys are going to see what I was talking about. So yeah, let's just wait till then. But race number 3 is going to be starting up really soon, and I just can't wait to see what exactly is going to happen in the 3rd race because the 3rd race is again going to be a little bit of a surprise, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be another circuit. So we've got 4 circuits, we've got 4 sprints, and then 2 streets. So yeah. It surely is going to be very exciting to see the 3rd circuit coming up in front of your screens because the 3rd circuit once again is a little bit of a surprise and you guys might not see this one coming.
Yeah. I mean, it being a surprise for the viewers is one thing, but I think it's ending up to be a surprise for the likes of the participants as well. Clearly, they're being put off into the left field that much. And at the end of the day, those who cope on the spot are the ones who come out on top, rightfully so. Raman and Hydroflick doing their best with the likes of Bloodline in the top 3 again.
Yeah, I mean, we just got word that the 3rd race, well, it's underway and we are going to be starting with it as well. So going to be waiting for all of these streamers to get straight in towards the game servers and yeah, let the 3rd circuit begin because I'm very excited, Zadak. What about you?
Yeah, pumped as always. As I mentioned earlier on, the minute you say off-road terrain, I'm game for it. You can see them. We are not, even though the results seem to be a bit similar, we can see the drivers learning on the fly. We saw Raman pick that Hoonigan and it played into his favor rightfully. So steered away, huge gap developed between him and Hydroflick and was able to get the last race's win. We're back on board with him. and he is behind the wheel of a brilliant off-road vehicle. I can't seem to remember the name of.
I guess this is I guess this is the Ford F-150.
Yeah, is it?
Yeah, it's the Ford F-150.
There you go. Okay.
All of them
All
are
of
the
them.
Ford
Yeah.
F-150s.
I
So yeah, once
almost thought
again,
it
we
was
are
the
going to
Ranger.
be. Yeah, it's actually the Ford F-150 as
Yeah.
well. It's a customized F-150. But yeah, the best part again, this was the surprise that I was talking about. It's going to be happening in a sandstorm. So, well, you better have your wipers ready because it's going to get muddy out there.
Yeah, and at the very beginning, we got Bloodline in the lead in the very first lap, and seems like Raman's on the back foot as uh, Bloodline up ahead. He's got a smile on his face and he's steering away, picking up every checkpoint, going into the wall that much, and of course, Mackle trying to close in on like Sir Raman, who's meeting with the wall too often.
Hydra is actually struggling, by the way. He is struggling hard
Yeah.
at the seventh spot. And yeah, it looks like that all the controller players are going to have a lot of fun because it gets very difficult to, race with a wheel, especially in a sandstorm.
Yeah, I can imagine first. And then he loses the position to Robo Mackle right in front of him. Yeah, he's going to bump into Robo as well. A bit of action off road, perhaps wheel to wheel. Did he miss that checkpoint, Robo? I think he just got it in time. He's gonna let Mackle line up next to him. Oh, they bump into each other, almost sent Robo off into a spin. But somehow both of them still on track.
I thought that he's just gonna go ahead and bash Robo
Yeah.
inside of that wall there, but not gonna happen. Robo is just gonna get the control back, and we're gonna be seeing Hydroflick. He's gonna go ahead and gain a position on towards midfield, and yeah, Hydroflick might just go ahead and overtake Mackle. If he's gonna be able to do that, then he should catch up to Robo as well. But that's gonna be a task too tall one because
Yeah, with these cars, it's real easy to send another off into a spin. So strategically, if you are on the bumper of the car ahead, you can just tap him a bit, and if you've timed that right, you send him off into a spin. You don't want to be doing it. You want clean racing, but still, just saying. Just
clean
saying.
racing, clean racing. Who?
Oh, there you go. They're bumping right in front of him. We got front row seats along with midfield to this battle between Ryder Flick and midfield. Rightfully so, capitalizes on that, and he's up a position.
Well, midfield is going to go ahead and lose out their position as well to Hydroflick. So I told you, Hydroflick is going to go ahead and catch on to Mackle and midfield. And now he's on the hunt for Robo. And oh my God, midfield, go ahead, take the position against Hydroflick. Here's the ghost mode. Just go ahead and take it. No, it's going to lose
No,
it.
so close.
Hydroflick is going to go ahead and hit the pedal to the metal, and he's just going to take that position back. So, midfield, you had a very, very good chance there.
Yeah, so close yet so far. As he's still on the tail. This is the moment he bumps in a flick and upper position. He goes, he's not going to back off without a fight. This is the kind of fight I was expecting to see. And I really saw that bumping each other as don't want to get too close to the wall midfield. You do regardless. This opens up an opportunity for Hydroflick, but he's nowhere to be seen.
There's Bloodline in the first part, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, doing a very good job, and he's going to go ahead and win it out as well. There you go, see? Go ahead. He's going to enjoy this. He's going to enjoy this. Caldera Scramble completed. That was the third of the circuit that we had for you guys. And yeah, it looks like that. Mackle is just going to be like, well, I'm not going to finish, man. Let me just take this call. But hey, Mackle, you're sending out the wrong message. You should not call and drive.
Yeah, no, you can't be on the phone while driving, even in game. But yeah, I think midfield thoroughly enjoyed himself. At least this race for sure. He had for front row seat for the likes of the battle between Robo and Hydroflick, and yeah, up ahead, Shriman came second.
Yeah, so there you have it. We're seeing Bloodline first, Shriman second. No, finally, Shriman is going to get in on the action as well. So that's good to know. Hydroflick did make up some points. He was down bad at the 7th spot, but he did make his way back over towards the 4th, the 5th spot. No, hold on a second. 5th was midfield, so I guess 4th spot. So, yeah, I mean, Hydroflick, he did pretty good for himself.
Yeah. Like I mentioned earlier, consistency is key. Bloodline's got it bang on. He's in the top 3 for 3 races now. 2 of them he's won.
Yeah.
So, yeah, right now it's him with an advantage. We're going in the next couple of races before we show them a total of 5 races as results. You can expect more from the likes of Shriman, I'm wondering.
Yeah, I mean, you're gonna be seeing the top four in front of your screens. It's gonna
Yep.
be Bloodline, Shriman, Robo, and Hydeflick.
Is that a Ferrari SP Monza?
Yeah,
There you go.
Hydeflick's.
Hydroflick. He's got good taste. Love
Hydeflick's
that.
got a good collection as well, by the way.
Yeah, beautiful. And Bloodline's gone for a Jeep again. I think so, but oh, you don't want to send a SP Monza into the water, my friend. But it's Forza Horizon, so fair play to that. You get a free pass.
It's just so beautiful.
Yeah. I think at some points everyone's imagined this car in the water, considering those seats and those.
It's got fins.
Yep,
It's a
pretty
fish.
much, pretty much. But I'm pretty sure no one would have imagined it on the dirt, onto the grass as well. He's just flooring it. Surprisingly enough, he seems rather comfortable now compared to during the race.
Yeah, I guess he's gonna do really good in the sprints. Like off-roading becomes very difficult when you are on the sim setup, but eventually you're gonna. Oh wow, talking about off-roading.
Yeah.
Look at midfield.
He's
Oh,
throwing.
that Audi. Oh my god, that Audi. Oh no, that Audi.
He's throwing the rear up quite a bit, and he's knocking down trees as well. Oh, that crash!
I feel.
This hurts.
I just feel bad, man. I just feel bad for the Audi.
Oh, okay. Please give us what we want. Do like a hard start, like right off the line kind of start, Raman. Hope he can
Yeah.
hear me. It would be killer to get that.
Not really. I mean, if only he could hear us, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, the next race is going to be starting up in about a few minutes, and
Uh-huh.
going to be seeing everyone just joining up the convoy, and yeah, it's all getting ready for the event to start up as well.
Because we see Mackle on the Corvette, bit wrecked at the back. I think that's a branch, yeah, it is. And he's finding his footing in his own way. Yeah, hopefully we see the Ferrari SP Monza come out for the sprints, perhaps.
Yeah, I mean, we've got one more circuit. That is going to be coming up really, really soon. Let's take a quick look at the race 3 standings and take a look at how many points everyone racked up. So, Bloodline, as always, coming up first, getting up 10 points for himself. Shriman with 8. Robo coming at third with 6. Hydroflick with 4 points. Midfield with 3. Raman Chopra with 2. And Mackle with 1. So, yeah, again, all of these guys have racked up quite a good amount of points for themselves. I mean, Raman is surely going to be kicking himself because he was at the top positions on most of these races, but again, in the third one, he came out 6th.
Yeah, and of course, midfield still in the mix, but a bit lacking in race number 3. Shriman, huge step forward from him. I think you'd want to see that in the next couple of races as well from him. And Bloodline, king of consistency at this point. But
I really want to see what Hydroflick can do coming up in the sprints as well, because that is one thing that I'm really, really looking forward to. I mean, we got one more circuit race left out, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. So after the circuit race is going to be jumping in over towards the sprints. So that is going to be where all the action lies. Then we've got 4 more sprints and then 2 street races. So yeah, I'm looking forward to those because off-road might not be everyone's cup of tea, but sprints and street races, they surely are.
definitely. Yeah, definitely. The sprints and street races are everyone's forte. For more perhaps conventional viewers, and maybe I'm taking a jab at someone, but let's leave it there. Regardless, we
Yeah.
petrol heads love it, regardless of the terrain, and rightfully so. Hopefully, I get to see the SP Monza. I'm on the edge of my seat as always for it.
Yeah, the SP Monza is something that I also want to see, but I don't know. I don't know if you're going to be seeing that because, well, that car is way too fast, and the sprint that we have got. I mean, surely you can use the SP Monza, but let's just hope that Hydroflix got the control of it. Because if he doesn't, then we surely might just be seeing him bump into any other trees out there.
Yeah, I'm sure of it. He looked comparatively comfortable in the SP Monza compared to how he looked in the races, sending the car completely off track, missing checkpoints, and yeah, the dirt not being his best friend.
Yep. Dirt is no one's best friend. I mean, I don't know. If Dirt is your best friend, well, we don't talk anymore. But yeah.
Race 2, Raman. Dirt was his best friend, the best friend of the hoonigan. But yeah, regardless, yeah, still early days. We've not even gotten into the sprints. We've seen uh, as much action we can from the likes of these streamers, with Shriman making that jump, Ireflick being consistent, Bloodline being the king of consistency, and going in the next race event. It's anyone's say who's gonna take the race win.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing what the final circuit race has gotten so for us. Because if I am not wrong, this circuit is again gonna have a sandstorm. No, that was the third one. So the fourth one should pretty much be clear skies, or maybe a mix of wet and dry. So as soon as
Okay.
the rain clears out, right, the track is still wet, but then it eventually gets dried up.
Hmm.
So an after rain scenario is what we should expect for the fourth circuit.
Okay.
So yeah, the race is ready. So why don't we just quickly jump straight in towards it? And there you go. That was the after rain weather that I was talking about. It's pretty foggy out there. The track is still pretty wet, but at the same time, not too
Oh,
wet for you to just slide around the corners. And I guess they are going to slide around the corners.
yeah, and midfield just sent himself into the wall and a round easy position for the likes of Bloodline, who closes in on Raman up ahead. Either flick, he seems like he's in his prime or not. Mackle out of nowhere.
I was just looking at how Bloodline took that turn, and wow,
Yeah,
never.
yeah.
They're just banging into each other, and I feel this fog is just a bit dangerous.
Yeah. Bump for bump is how they're playing it. And up ahead, seems like midfield is just out there, flooring it with the likes of Bloodline, trying to find grip wherever possible, get the checkpoints in time, and Hydroflick, however, in his prime. But Shriman leading this race. There you go. Assassin. We did expect this from Shriman over time, didn't we?
Yeah, I mean, Shriman is just doing really good with that Hoonigan. It was a good choice, by the way.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie.
Yeah, and it smiles all around for him. Mackle, surprisingly enough, a bit closer to the likes of Shriman. He's got Raman hot on his tail, followed by Bloodline as well. So Bloodline still closer to that top three mix and sending it sideways. Possibly not the best of decisions there. Mackle, as he loses a position, Raman goes through and he says, "Thank you very much."
Yeah, that's right. Raman, he's also in that Ford Hoonigan. So I feel Shriman and Raman, the reason why they have got themselves the first two spot as well is pretty clear. The car is perfect for this setting, and yeah, after the circuits, this is gonna be where the actual. Oh wow! Oh Mackle!
Oh,
Oh no! Oh no! Laid him them brakes, and Mackle is just gonna go ahead and overtake Raman.
yeah, and I just wonder if he missed a checkpoint in the mix. Raman might just have, but yeah, gets the checkpoint regardless. Mackle's on his way, picks up a great E-drift. And yeah, he's closing in. Shriman better have it, better take a look at his review minutes because he's got someone coming.
Yeah, Raman Chopra once again going ahead and taking that position back from Mackle. That's gonna be down on third, and ooh, there's a little bit of a drift action right there.
Yeah, they're trading positions corner after corner. In fact, Raman and Mackle all top three now with all the same cars. Hoonigan and yeah, Shriman just pulling away. We can see that gap. Perhaps about a second, I'd assume. I don't see a single driver closing in, but yeah, Mackle trying his best to close in on Raman, not helping his cars going into that wall. But yeah, holding on.
Yeah, he's holding on to his position pretty darn well, so there's nothing to worry about. All Raman has to focus on is to take on Shriman, because as soon as he's going to go ahead and overtake Shriman, it's going to be 10 points right there for Raman Chopra as well, which is going to make up for the previous race where he found himself in the sixth spot. So, yeah, it's going to be a big leap for him.
Yeah, Robo just got crossed by the likes of, I believe, Bloodline or Midfield, perhaps. But regardless, he's in a hoonigan himself, gets the checkpoint, nicks the wall, but he's not failing to get the job done. Getting each and every checkpoint counts. And on lap number 3, Mr. Mackle on your screens, ladies and gentlemen, he is running P3 right now.
Yeah, P3 it is. You're going to be seeing Mackle. Oh, he's going to go ahead and overtake it. Oh,
Gonna
Raman, you
make
made a mistake.
no
You
way
made a
you're gonna
mistake.
let
Oh
him.
no. Oh, Mackle almost lost it as well, by the way. That was a great eater, so nothing to worry about. I'm gonna be seeing Shriman, who is like is doing pretty good.
Yeah, he's cruising up ahead. But Bloodline, he, all the consideration he can give, he's got Robo up ahead. I think this is a battle for P4, and he's trying to get alongside of Robo because he knows if he can get that done, he can get the position too. He can force Robo into a possible mistake. He's picking up every XP he can, every kind of XP he can. And right about now, we should see them bump a bit alongside each other, and through he goes into the wall.
Yeah, Bloodline is also kind of struggling a little bit, but the best part about this track is that a lot of it is on the asphalt, so there's nothing to worry about. The only places he's gonna struggle is this part of the map, where Mackle is also struggling alongside Raman Chopra. So, oh Raman, one mistake and you are gonna lose that second spot. That's Shriman. He's doing really good. There you go. Shifting around is good on them brakes, good on the accelerator. He's laughing around, so he's having fun. And there is Bloodline trying to take the position from Robo. And he's actually done it! He's gonna bash Robo inside of that chicane, and that is gonna be Bloodline to go ahead and take the spot.
That's one way to take the position off of your rival. And just like that, Raman was up a position as well. He's up at a P2. Brilliant inside move on the likes of Mackle, who's lost a position now down at P3. We're on the last lap, so what better moment to do it?
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Shriman Legend is gonna go ahead. He's gonna win it out. He's gonna take the first spot. Got 20 seconds for the race to end, and Bloodline is gonna finish it as well. And there you go. He's gonna go ahead and take the fourth. Next, Bloodline is gonna go ahead and finish fourth, and yeah, we're gonna be seeing Raman at the second spot and Mackle at the third spot as well. So, unfortunately, Hydroflick is not going to make it into the top 5 positions, and that is something that we did not see coming. But hopefully, all of that is going to change as we are going to be jumping into the sprints next.
Yeah, but quick recap of that race. Top 3, it's a Hoonigan 1-2-3 assassin.
Yep, I told you the Hoonigan is just too good.
Yeah, absolutely brilliant. Now we see the consistent drivers slacking off a bit because we didn't see Hydroflick like you mentioned. Bloodline, he's close, but he wasn't in the top 3. So yeah, as we come to the end of the off-road events, going into the sprint, I think we could say it's anyone's guess again who'd come out on top. Yes, Hydroflick's gonna have an advantage, and maybe Bloodline as well. Right? We did see him perform exceptionally well on the asphalt. But again, we just saw Shriman coming off a big win. He did seem ecstatic and jumping on his seat. So yeah, looking forward for the sprint events.
Absolutely. The sprints are what we are looking for as well. So, really excited to see the sprint starting up. But before that, you have to go ahead and check out our top 4 streamers and, of course, everyone who finished out that particular race as well. And then we are going to be taking a quick look at the standings as well. So, I really want to see how exactly the fourth race panned out for all of these players and how many points did they rack up as well. We know for a fact that Shriman racked up 10 points for himself. So, sort of going to be a compensation for the rest of the races that he did come below the fifth spot or somewhere near the midfield.
Yeah. And mind you, Raman, he ended up taking off the second position from the likes of Mackle at the very last lap. But there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. The first top 4 race of the last race we just witnessed. Shriman, who finished first. We got Raman, who finished second. Mackle, who finished brilliant third. That's Hoonigan 1-2-3. And then his Supra, Bloodline, managed to come wonderful fourth. Perhaps he'd like to be up the order much more. But going into the sprint, something tells me he's got pretty sorted on that regard. He's going to be in the top 3 perhaps in every race. You can see him hovering over the Senna. He's got a Toyota 86 as well. So who knows, maybe we'll get to see the Senna after all going into the sprints.
Definitely, man. Definitely. Looking forward to seeing the Senna coming out as well for the sprints, but now that they are going to be quickly going ahead and joining up their respective convoys, and I'm going to be seeing them, start up the sprint as well. The convoy for the next event is already ready. Everyone's going to be joining up as well. Yeah, excited to see what exactly is going to happen. Circuits are off. Now is going to be where we are going to see the actual action begin. Zatak, what do you think is going to happen?
I'm gonna say you if you thought that wheel to wheel moment between Mackle as well as Raman was the only moment you're gonna get to see, you're definitely wrong. Because going into the sprints, Hydroflick, Bloodline, and who knows, we're gonna see a three wide race finish. I'm gonna be audacious and say we're gonna see a three wide race finish. Three cars neck and neck with each other across the finish line. That would be epic, wouldn't it? Long shot, but still.
It definitely will be epic, and can't actually wait to see who exactly is going to go ahead and win out the sprint as well. And there you go. Going to be seeing the event created up. Everyone is going to go ahead and join up the event as well. Going to be starting off with the fifth race out of the 10. And oops, going to be seeing T-Bone once again having a disconnect issue. Yeah, can't wait to see
And
what exactly is going to happen.
yeah, and midfield just straight went into a cottage.
And nobody saw
Regardless,
that.
yeah,
Nobody
nobody
saw
saw
that.
that. Let's just leave that out.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah. So the Senna is Bloodlines pick. Hydroflick, I did see him with an SP Monza as well as Huracan. So I'm just trying to guess the cars they're going to go for. We didn't see anything from the likes of Shriman. Who knows what he's got up his sleeve, right? Who knows? Maybe he'll just pick the leader's car for that matter. But then again, we're completely in the unknown with the likes of Raman as well as midfield. Maybe we'll see a Supra after all, but I don't think that's the right pick.
Yeah, you're going to have to wait and watch for that. But it's going to be down to how exactly these guys are going to handle their cars because, again, it's going to be an S2 event, if I'm
Mm-hmm.
not wrong. And the sprints are technically very, very dicey because you see, they're called sprints, but at the same time, the
Mm-hmm.
tracks are different. And we're going to be seeing some cross country stuff. We are going to be seeing some street action as well. So, yeah, there you go. Going to be
Oh,
seeing the sprint starting up. And yeah, this is the A class event, ladies and gentlemen. Most of them in the Corvettes, some in the Audi. Yeah, this is going to be exciting, man. And oh,
oh,
which car is that? Oh, Bloodline, did you just miss a checkpoint? Yes, you did.
yes, he did.
You missed a checkpoint, baby.
That's gonna catch each one of these drivers off guard every now and then. But I completely forgot about the Chevys out here. And there you go. We got a bit of bumping between Hydroflick and someone else. That is Raman. And Hydroflick's in the SP Monza after all, Assassin.
Finally, man.
Yeah.
Finally.
He's got the advantage inside line textbook from Hydroflick. Can he keep it? No, he doesn't. Raman's just better going through that corner, and he keeps it up ahead. He leads this race. And Hydroflick might just want to be keen on looking at his rear view. No, he's not. He drives up alongside the legs of Raman, and that was photo finish. Did he win? Yes, he did.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Hydroflick is going to finally go ahead and take it away. It's going to be the first spot here. And we're going to be seeing who exactly is going to come second. Again, I guess Raman went ahead and got that second spot as well. Michael coming
Exactly.
in third and fourth coming in for midfield. But yeah, interesting indeed, man. Interesting stuff. And oh, so close, midfield. He came fourth.
The frustration. So
Yep.
close, so close for the
Finished
last.
fourth. Very
spot.
close, man. Very close.
For,
As this was insane. This sprint just finished out in like a second.
Yeah, and what a finish! We didn't see three cars wide, a finish with three cars wide, but we did see two. What a photo finish that was! Hydroflick just sent it down the inside, I believe,
Ferrari
and
Monza,
got it.
man.
God.
Yeah, it was an S1 event, by the way. My bad. I thought it was the A class event, but no. These guys were running the Corvette C8 2020 with the S1 tune on it. So yeah, that was pretty darn quick, and I can't imagine Hydroflick going ahead and inching it wheel to wheel so goddamn close, and then later
Yeah.
then breaks in the final corner, and finally straight, just sending it through the straight, making himself the winner for that sprint as well. So this is exactly what I was talking about, right? In the asphalt, we're going to be seeing Hydroflick doing quite better. And trust me, we've got four of them. And if Hydroflick can just go ahead and keep up the consistency, actually not four, we've got six of them. 4 and 2 street races, right? So 4 sprints and 2 street races. Everything is on the asphalt. So the best part is that we're going to be seeing Hydroflick actually be the king in all 6 of these rest of the races as well. So you got to be very, very careful if you're going up against Hydroflick in all of these street races.
Yeah, and I'm incredibly surprised Raman was able to hold off Hydroflick for till the line, in fact,
Yeah,
but he
Raman
just
was
came out.
actually leading, and I was like,
Yeah.
Raman is actually going to set it off. He's going to set it off, and he's just, going to break at the right time. But Hydroflick later than the brakes is going to go ahead, take it away, and send it down the straight.
Yeah, you got it bang on. Of course, we failed to see midfield get into the third position. I think at the line, it was another one of the streamers who came ahead, rightfully so. I don't think we've seen the best out of Bloodline just yet, folks. So don't discount him just yet. We just started with the sprint series of events. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that battle. Hydroflick versus Bloodline in front, but Raman getting into the mix and throwing it into the left field.
Absolutely. Game 4 standings are ready, ladies and gentlemen. So why don't we quickly jump straight ahead in towards the race for standings, and we are going to quickly take a look at who exactly racked up how many points for this particular race. And yeah, I mean, it's pretty darn interesting to see the sprint going ahead and just closing out on this particular manner. And of course, we're going to be showing the fifth race standings and final standings as well, so that you guys can know who exactly is currently at what position with all 5 of these races concluding off as well. But Zetaxter, who do you think is gonna be at the top spot for now? Like, let's quickly have a math check because I'm bad at math.
Yeah, I'm equally bad, if anything, or more
Okay,
worse, in fact. But I'm
high
gonna
five.
go out on a limb. High five, buddy. But Hydroflick, I think he'll be on top. I think Bloodline's collected enough points to stay in the top three, but it's Hydroflick, and I think he's looking promising going into the next couple of races, as we mentioned as
I
well.
guess I guess Bloodline should be top three
Hmm.
because he's looking really good. We're talking, of course, about the final standings, ladies and
Yeah,
gentlemen. This is race 5 standings. Hydrofleck with 10 points in the first spot. Raman Chopra with 8. Actually, Raman also has a good spot in the top 3.
yeah. As I mentioned, Raman, he will get into that mix. I expected him to, and rightfully so, he is there. But something, as I mentioned earlier on, I didn't expect him to take that consistency into the sprint events as well. I expected to see Bloodline there, didn't. And let's not take anything away from the likes of Mackle. He's finished third, and rightfully so, racked up a good amount of points for himself.
Yeah, that's right. He did pretty darn good. And I believe that when the final standings are going to come up, right,
Mhm.
going to be seeing quite a lot of action in the midfield as well, because in the midfield are going to be people like Mackle, midfield, Bloodline, actually, who have it pretty darn close, because every single game, every single race, they have been very, very close in the midfield.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We see them switch positions more often in the midfield and the back than in the front. Of course, we did see that battle panel between Flick and Raman to the line, but we did also see that almost photo finish between Mackle and midfield. So yeah, we can expect great things from each one of these participants here out on track and dirt. And going in the next sprint race, it's anyone's guess. But like I mentioned, Hydroflick and Bloodline perhaps are the ones to look out for.
Yeah.
Shriman did jump back quite a bit in the third event of that off-road terrain series. So perhaps Shriman's just having a bit of a jog now, and we'll see him kicking right out the gate going into the next race or the race after that. But there you go, Raman's on top of the board.
Nice. Looks like that Raman Chopra is going to be the one to go ahead and lead it out, ladies and gentlemen. Total of 34 points. Damn.
Yeah. And as you pointed out, Bloodline sealed himself in the top three with 33 points. They're not too far off of each other. Hydroflick right there in third position with 32 points. Shriman finds himself in fourth position with 26 points. And you got Mackle, Midfield, Robo, and of course T-Bone at the very bottom. But rightfully so, I think Mackle's just finding his footing and he's going to make his way into the top three. That is a prediction, if anything, I'd like to make. But yeah, let's not take anything away from Shriman either.
Yeah, that's true. Let's not take it away from this guy because he's actually put in quite a lot of work.
Mhm. Yeah,
But yeah, I
precisely.
mean, the current
Yeah.
standings are looking very, very interesting, and I can't wait to see what exactly is going to happen after we finish off with all of these sprints and the street races as well, because that is exactly where the actual action is going to start. Because all of these people till now struggled a little bit in terms of the off-road part of the rally segment, the circuits, as we would call them. But that's going to be where the asphalt is, and we're going to be seeing sprints and street races where Hydroflick and Raman and Bloodline are actually going to shine, especially Hydroflick and Bloodline. These guys look like the pros out there, and they know what they're doing.
Yeah, probably Raman's looking at this and saying, "Guys, I'm on top of the table. What are you even saying?" But I'm sure in the next couple of races, he might just understand why we're highlighting Hydroflick and Bloodline so much. But then again, we did see Raman take Hydroflick to the line to the very last second of that last race, which got over so quickly. So yeah, let's not Raman. Let's not discount him one bit. He's gonna stay there. He's gonna hold up Hydroflick and Bloodline that much more.
Absolutely. But yeah, that was pretty much it for 5 of these races that finished up. We're gonna be jumping in over towards the next sprint any moment now. I guess all of these streamers are gonna quickly jump in towards the convoy, and they are gonna start readying up for the next event as well. And as soon as they're gonna be ready, we're gonna be jumping straight in towards the 6th race out of the 10. So yeah, another sprint, and this time it's gonna be quite a big one. This was an Apex circuit for the sprint, and I guess the next one is going to be a Baja circuit. It's going to be sort of like a cross country. So looking forward to seeing how exactly that is going to happen as well. And this time we might just be seeing some S2 action.
Okay. Yeah, hopefully we see a change in picks of their cars. We did see SP Monza. Yes, that was the highlight on track. We didn't get to see anything other than a Chevy from the rest of the pack. So yeah, I'm looking forward to anyone else experimenting with an SP Monza, perhaps.
Yep. So yeah, with that, I was just getting confirmation that the next race is going to be starting really soon. Okay. They're all joining up the convoy, and the streamers are getting ready as well. But Zdaxter, if it's going to be an S2 event, are we going to be seeing Hydroflick once again pulling out a Monza with an S2 tune, or maybe are we going to be seeing him going in for something like the McLaren Senna? Because Senna, in my opinion, is the most stable car in the game. In terms of the S2 class, that car just sticks to the ground no matter what speed you're on.
Okay, and surprisingly enough, we didn't get to see Bloodline pull out the Senna yet. And yeah, definitely we're going to see a Senna out there, but it might not be Hydroflick, might just be Bloodline. Both of them in the Senna. What kind of result that might pan out, who knows? Soon enough, we'll find out. But yeah, and with the likes of the rest of the participants as well. I see a Lamborghini Aventador in the background of Bloodline.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. It's starting up. It's going to be Aventador 12s coming out for everyone. Wow. All right, S1 event once again. It's going to be a big sprint this time, ladies and gentlemen. So buckle up. The red Aventadors are on their way.
Yeah, cherry red Aventadors, and what a start he's gotten off the line for Bloodline. He's just sprinting away, takes 2 positions, and he's steering right straight to his next competitor, who's going wheel to wheel with another up in front. If I can see that is Raman, but Bloodline making sure he gets that drift that much. Perfectly make sure he doesn't send all 4 wheels into the dirt, but it's Hydroflick up in front, battling for the race lead, gets bumped at the back, but whoever bumped him got sent off-road. If you can see his rearview mirror, got sent completely off-road.
Yeah, these guys are actually going to go ahead and try and maybe make it. Never mind. Mackle. It's going to be spinning out. Mazepin, is that you?
Oh, easy there. Easy there. But yeah, Hydroflick has no similarities with the likes of Mazepin. He's got it bang on the asphalt. He's leading this race as we'd expect, and with Bloodline close second, Assassin. So it is a charge to the finish. 35%, 37% of this race is done, and it's Midfail in third with Shriman to follow in fourth. So after that fumble from the likes of Mackle, these are your 4 front runners as of now. They're closing in on the 50% mark of this race, and Bloodline, you can see the concentration in his face. He wants to charge, close that gap to Hydroflick, and pick off the race lead before the finish line.
We're seeing Hydroflick actually concentrating quite a lot. He's got good pace. He's going to be good on the brakes as well. There comes the corner. He'll take it pretty darn good. Not bad. Seeing Hydroflick. He's going to be challenged with a truck in front of him, and Bloodline just right across that bumper.
Yeah, and he picks up XP points along the way, holds on to the race lead. We're at the 70% mark or so, and Hydroflex still leads this race. Bloodline to follow midfield, and Raman has happened to pick up that fourth position. No one side by side, another vehicle out on the road. No problem for Hydroflick, but all problems for Mackle as he comes onto the road after cutting some grass, and he's trying to close that gap of Shriman and send him off track.
Yeah, we are going to be seeing Mackle and Shriman, both of them going wheel to wheel. Mackle was actually trying to just gain that pace, and Shriman is just trying to bump him on the road. And there you go. Bloodline is going to once again. Whoa, hold on a second. Bloodline finished second, and who finished first? It should be Hydroflick.
Yeah. Yep. We got that right. Hydroflick picks up another win for himself. This time, probably to the line. We might have just missed out on it, but regardless, midfield happened to finish third regardless.
Yeah, going to be seeing midfield on the third, Raman Chopra on the fourth, T-Bone on the fifth, Shriman on the sixth, and Mackle on the seventh. Oh, Mackle, are you going to finish? No, you're not. You're not going to finish, so no points for you. And yeah, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Another sprint concludes, and these people, they just did amazing, especially Hydroflex.
Considering each one of the streamers were in the same car, the Lamborghini Aventador, I'm surprised the amount of action we actually saw out on track. I think it was a photo finish between Bloodline and Hydroflick after all. But yeah, Hydroflick, rightfully so. And as we expected, picking off the race win.
Absolutely, that was quite unique coming out from Bloodline and Hydroflick as well. I mean, I thought that it might just be a little bit more over towards the Bloodline side of things because he actually had a great pace. I actually thought that at one point he might just go ahead and overtake Hydra as well, but Hydroflick just maintained the consistency and he knew when to brake, he knew what to do because he's on the road, baby, and asphalt. That's where that's where it is for him.
Yeah, that's his forte right now. And there you have it, folks. Your top four after the race is Hydroflick, who picked up the race win, Bloodline, who finished second, and of course, midfield finished third, and Raman picks up that fourth position. Consistency on Raman's side keeps on coming. Probably he would have preferred a top three finish like anyone would. Definitely, he's nowhere far.
Hey, he's not that far though. I feel Hydroflick is just watching it, and yeah, there you go. He's just watching the stream and he's having fun. He's like, let's see what the casters talk about and what do they ramble about my racing skills, and you got it, buddy. You're the best.
Yeah, and we got midfield just cruising in a 4x4. Just enjoying himself, ensuring he can get the grips with keeping the car on the asphalt, because that's what you'll want to do in the next couple of races as well, midfield. Seems like Bloodline was the man to beat for him. Yeah, sending it sideways. That was the, again, F-150. And of course, we see two Corvettes bumping around. It's Mackle and T-Bone. Yeah, T-Bone still finding his footing in the Corvette. And the most amount of XP points for wreckage goes for T-Bone. I'm pretty sure that's how it is right now. What do you think, Assassin?
I mean,
XP points.
Yeah, that too. But at the same time, right now, it's not that. It's not XP points that they need to focus on, right?
Precisely.
Look at T-Bone.
Yeah, that one hurt, eh, T-Bone? Into the tree he went. That really stung him. But yeah. Shriman, someone who missed out on the top four. Again, fortunate for him. Give us a beach track. And what's he going to get in the Horizon wheel spin? Ooh, Black Biker jacket? Nope. Picks up 40,000 credits to his name.
Yep. Oh, he was so close to getting the 911 GT2 RS.
So close. And Urus Lamborghini SUV. Close. Regardless. Oh, that's Porsche 919. Beautiful car and another beauty.
Dodge
Challenger.
Yeah, and we're going to be seeing the standings coming up, ladies and gentlemen. Race 6 standings are ready. Hydroflick at the first spot, Bloodline on the second, midfield on the third, Raman Chopra on the fourth, T1 on the fifth, and Shriman Legend on the sixth spot as well. So Hydroflick racking up that 10 points. Man, oh man, things are looking damn good for Hydroflick, and it can be a beautiful comeback story.
Yeah, definitely. And every point counts. So, with the likes of Mackle, his goal needs to be finishing a race more than anything because the ones who he's close to, with the likes of Shriman picking up 2 points, T-Bone picking up three to his name as well, that's going to count for everything going into the last couple of races. But yeah, Hydroflick and Bloodline, top two. We're going to see a lot more of that in the next couple of races.
I can't wait to start the seventh one because my oh my, it is gonna be interesting. Like the seventh race is gonna be where it's gonna be, very very close. It's gonna be the third sprint, and again, Hydroflick is just rocking it. He's just too good when it comes down to the street circuits.
Yeah, and we still haven't seen that bit of bumping between Hydroflick and Bloodline. The wheel to wheel racing between these two yet. Maybe
Yeah,
we missed out on it.
Hydroflick just he just flew. Right?
Mhm.
Like I don't know.
Yeah, and yeah, midfield is getting into the mix. He's slowly adapting to the game, to these terrains as well, and he did finish in the top three for the first time tonight. So hopefully we'll get to see him go up the order that much more. Who knows? Maybe he can beat Hydroflick at his forte, asphalt.
Yeah, I told you, right? It's going to be very interesting from race number 5 because that is when all the action starts. We're done with 2 sprints and we're going to be jumping in over towards the third one as well. And that is when we are going to be seeing true racing happening from all of these streamers as well. Because, see, off road is not everyone's forte, and I'm particularly sure of the fact that all these people don't really like the off-road circuits. So yeah, on-road is where it is, and I feel these streamers are going to do really really good when we hit the sprints and the street races. So already finished with 2, jumping in over towards the third sprint. It's going to be starting anytime soon now. Let's just hope that no connectivity issues happen, because in the last sprint race, Robo did get stuck. So that kind of happened. So Robo was not able to participate in that particular race as well. But as far as it's concerned, I feel as if the next one is going to be an S1 event. Yep, it is. The sprint is starting up, ladies and gentlemen. Corvette C8 2020 is for everyone. Let the action begin. It's lights up, and away we go.
Yeah, and as you said, we've got a start after all. Common playing field for everybody. No SP Monza for Hydroflick. And I think we did have a discussion. Regardless, the race is on. Hydroflick, how many positions can you pick off by the time you finish 20% of the race?
Wow, Hydroflick. He's got nice pace, but at the same time, gonna be seeing T-Bone, who's gonna be leading the charge here. Maybe he might just be the Chevy man.
Might just be Raman, of course, up ahead in the race lead. Mackle trying to find his footing. Oh, sent it onto the grass. Hydroflick, a bit of bump with another competitor. I believe that is Mackle, who gets picked off by him. Yeah, now there you go. Hydroflick's on charge. He's finding gaps and he's picking them off one by one.
T-Bone almost about to go ahead and overtake Raman Chopra. Around the corner. Good on the brakes. That's nice. Midfield, on the other hand, is just going to send it off. And what did you do, T-Bone? Why did you brake? Just let Raman Chopra pass, and Raman Chopra is going to go ahead and take that position any time of the day.
Did they call illegal overtake a BNI good friend? But regardless, wheel to wheel, these two, Mackle and Bloodline. Bloodline goes into the back. Hydroflick sends him into the wall.
Hydroflick is going to be so pissed right now. It's going to be like, what are you doing, Bloodline? Can't you brake?
I think in that chaos, midfield got mixed in as well. And yeah, back on a Hydroflick now on the tail of Bloodline. Trying to close in, of course. Up ahead, it's T-Bone holding up the pack.
No, this is where it all went wrong. This is Hydroflick's POV. It just got sent into the wall there.
Oh, spin. Nasty spin. And there you see a bunch of the other drivers out there bumping as well. T-Bone still holding up these quick drivers, relatively quick drivers. Bloodline trying his best to go through, and yeah, a bit of contact between the two, gets the checkpoint. Did T-Bone get it? Yeah, it seems to have, and holds on to that P3 midfield, driving his own race, way up ahead.
Yeah, I mean, midfield is just right there. He's at the first spot. He's enjoying this. All he has to do is just maintain this race pace, and at the same time, just be careful in all of these corners. And Bloodline, did he miss a checkpoint? Thought he did.
Yeah, but down the inside, no one's stopping Bloodline. Oh, closing that gap to T-Bone
Wow.
as well. Talk about strategy being played on the
Oh
ass
no, oh
party
no,
Steiner.
this is bad. This is bad. This is bad.
Oh,
T-Bone might just set it off.
ah.
Oh no, thank God T-Bone did not bash him into the wall there.
Yeah. Almost seemed very dirty, but yeah, across the line, Raman, who we barely saw, finishes second, right behind the likes of Midfield, who picks up his first win after all. We did see this coming, didn't we, Assassin? And rightfully so.
That's right, but feels bad for Hydrofleck, man. Feels really bad for him because I just got screwed over every single time. Hydrofleck came in seventh, I guess. Yeah, seventh.
Yes, way behind, considering the expectations we had, and of course, considering his results from the last two races. But yeah, T-Bone
Yeah,
can have a smile on his face. He picked up quite the position that race, and yeah, midfield outdid himself. Got fourth position, gone top three, and now a race win as well.
absolutely. That was quite a good one, not gonna lie. Especially with some dirty games being played by Bloodline, sending a lot of people straight in towards the um, the wall.
Well,
I want to say
yeah,
something, but also I don't want to.
yeah. If only
I
if
want to say
someone
something interesting.
even I'm just gonna jump the gun and just say it. So if only someone could do that in IRL Formula One, but just let's leave that
Yeah.
to somebody else.
Doing his best Lewis
Yeah,
Hamilton impression, but all right, nobody heard
your
that.
words, your words, not mine.
All the Lewis fans at the rate Assassin 47. Don't do it. Just don't.
Either way, midfield outdid himself, picks up a race when Raman's not gone anywhere in the top three, finishes P2, and I believe in third was Mackle, or did I
E-
get that wrong?
Third
No,
one was T-Bone. So
T-Bone.
first was midfield, second was Raman, third was T-Bone, and fourth was Bloodline.
How can I forget that T-Bone held up the pack, he played his cards right, and he's in the top three now, folks.
Right. Ladies and gentlemen, T-Bone finally getting some points racked up. He's in the third spot. He's very, very happy. And I feel as if midfield is also going to be very happy coming up first because this is the first time he came first.
Celebratory spin off track for T-Bone. We just saw him do that. And of course, those donuts coming in from Bloodline. Gotta mention the livery again. You brought it up earlier. But yeah, it's looking stunning on in the McLaren Senna, isn't it?
You know, like I have that Uchiha livery, but it's on my Corvette CA20. It's not on my Senna. My Senna is the stock McLaren blue, blue black Senna.
Okay. Not too bad. Not too bad
Yeah.
at all.
Like the stock color is just too good. I just didn't want to ruin the classic.
McLaren Senna overall, beautiful car. Can talk volumes about it if we just begin. And there you go, that revving, opening up and closing real quick as he went into that corner, but quickly as he sends it
It's okay.
sideways.
It's okay. Nobody saw it. Nobody saw it. We can
Yeah.
just switch screens. It's okay. It's okay. Bloodline. Nice one.
Ooh, Beetle. That's a nice buggy right there. Um, yeah, picking up XP point. Ooh, nasty from the challenger. I think that was Shriman. Yeah, the Hellcat and of course the Demon. Beautiful cards. Beautiful. Just
नहीं लॉस
yeah,
आर्क
I'm
है
just
वो
an
लॉस
honest
आर्क है वो
car lover.
लॉस आर्क
Yeah, aren't we
वो
all?
लॉस आर्क है वो
Mr. Gujjar right here, Michael.
उसके लिए बेटर
Sticking to the cover. I think he's comfortable in it and he thoroughly enjoys it, taking it out on spin. And there you go. The man behind the wheel of the Challenger, which we saw bump into Bloodline and steer away. He's picking up a car for himself. Is he? Do we get to see him? But soon enough, we'll have the race standings on our screens, ladies and gentlemen. There you go, midfield taking the race win of race 7. And Raman to follow in second position. T-Bone, what job he did, holding up the back and played his cards right, getting that third position in the race.
Yeah, midfield racking up 10 points. So after race number 7, we are going to be seeing all of these players just, trying to get back these points and sort of even things out on the overall standings as well, which we are going to show after the final race now. So yeah, I mean, I feel as if, if only Hydrofleck wouldn't have got screwed over that badly in that race, maybe he might be somewhere in the midfield as well, but him just getting 1 point is, yeah, it's going to break the flow.
Yeah, definitely. You see, Bloodline, yes, perhaps not in the top three, but he's still there. He's in fourth position, racking up those points. But yeah, like you mentioned, I reflect needs to up his game, be back up in front. We saw him pick up two race wins, man. Let's see him back in front, but ahead of race eight. Things are looking up for the likes of Raman, especially Raman. He was leading overall at the end of race four, so definitely we can see him hold that lead if this kind of performance continues. Onwards to race 8 then.
Yeah, I really am looking forward to seeing what exactly is going to happen in the eighth race now because you see, race number 8 is going to be the final sprint. The one that decides a lot of things for a lot of these streamers right now. We're battling it out for 1 lakh Indian rupees price pool. It's split into 50, 30, and 20. So, yeah, it's going to be a very dicey one, and they have got to be very, very careful with this final sprint here because after this is going to be 2 street races, and both of these street races are not going to be merciful enough that you can just, get away with it. Like, they're going to be tough. They are going to be tough. And especially one of the street race, I guess the first street race is set in the nighttime of the day. So yeah, I mean, you can imagine what is going to happen if you don't
Yeah.
have that amazing LG UltraGear monitor, if you don't have that extra 300 nits and that extra luminous anti-ghost technology.
Yeah, I can already imagine. Hopefully, these streamers, considering they probably do have everything they need in terms of gear,
Yeah,
they just might.
everyone's running an LG UltraGear monitor, so there's nothing to worry about. But
Yeah.
if you're not running one, you better run one as well using the link down in the description below. Go ahead, check out the LG UltraGear gaming monitors. They're just amazing, no doubt about it. Certified, tried, tested myself. Got 3 monitors. I guess Zetaxter himself has got one as well. So yeah,
Yep.
now you know why we go ahead and win out our races as well.
Yeah. Um, race race wins podium at least for sure. Top
Podiums,
three, finishing top three counts. As you
podiums.
can see from the likes of Raman, he's been consistently finishing top three. We expected Hydroflick or Bloodline to be in that kind of position, but it was Raman after all. So he proved us wrong there.
Yeah, Raman has been doing quite a lot in terms of racking up the points, and he's been consistent. So you never know; he might just go ahead and in the overall standings make a huge difference with all of these small victories coming up.
Yeah. You might just go home with that 50,000 Indian rupees prize for first place. But yeah, ahead of race 8, I'm curious to see what kind of car we'll get to see from everybody. We did see common ground for in the car selection in the last 2 races. We saw the Lamborghini Aventador, and thereafter we saw the Chevy Corvette. And considering this is the last sprint race before we head into the street races, I'm rather curious if we'll see a variation in selection or common ground yet again.
Might just be a common ground. You never know, but as far as I know, we might just be seeing a little bit of variation because competition is boiling up, and I feel as if things are gonna be a bit more interesting. And I think so. This final sprint is gonna be an S2 class event, so
Okay.
can't wait to watch what is gonna happen, and hopefully gonna be seeing some Senna action coming out from Bloodline and some Ferrari action from Hydroflex.
Yeah, let's see him in the SP Monza again, and even Bloodline on the McLaren Senna, and who knows, we'll get to see even Treeman picking up a new car of his own. Perhaps he's got something up his sleeve we haven't seen yet. And of course, let's not forget about Midfield, man who won the last race, and Raman as well.
Yeah, Raman Chopra might just have a good enough S2 class car for himself, but if he doesn't, it's completely fine. I mean, see, the Senna is something that you get. You finish off the introductions, and if you've played Forza Horizon 4 before on the particular account, then you get the McLaren Senna 2018 as a gift for Forza Horizon 5. So I hopefully, if you have played Forza Horizon 4 on this account, then you'll get it anyway. So McLaren Senna is your best friend, but if not, then Borrow Leader's car is your best friend.
Yeah, and looks like we're going to see buggies, and another kind of car out on track, and it is what seems like a sandstorm. Correct me if I'm wrong, Assassin, but T-Bone's enjoying himself.
Surprise!
Oh, you pulled another one. Great. And T-Bone is enjoying himself. He finds himself leading this race for the first time. Hydroflix now having fun out there, ladies and gentlemen.
Hydroflick has got himself an S1 car, so I guess that is going to be a little bit of a problem. But apart from that, everyone else has got an A-class car as well.
Yeah, there you go. Robo goes into midfield, I believe, at the back, and he's, of course, rewinding. Bloodline trying his best to close in on T-Bone. Now, we saw T-Bone hold up the pack, and now he's in the race lead, and I think he might have just gone wide because I saw Kaka going completely off, and rightfully so. Bloodline picks up the race lead. 35% of the race is done. T-Bone has a lot to make up for.
Oh, by the way, just a quick information: Hydroflick is disqualified from this event. Actually, from this particular race, that is, by event I mean this race, because he chose an S1 tune car, which is not allowed. This is an A event, and you can only choose the A-class car as well.
Yeah, T-Bone not having the greatest days. It went from bad to worse for him. Now he finds himself on the bumper of Raman. So he's trying to pick off a position which is P4 and not the top three anymore. But midfield, making his way up the order, isn't he? He's got Shriman next to him, and in a fantastic turn of events, Shriman leads this race.
Yeah, we're going to be seeing Shriman go ahead into the tunnels now. Most probably with that aerial nomad, all he has to do is just maintain the speed and be good enough on the brakes. This was the surprise that I was talking about, by the way, the cross-country sprint. I thought that this was going to be a good enough surprise for them, and I guess it is. And Bloodline is going to go ahead and take the first part, ladies and gentlemen.
Shriman just opened up the gap, and yeah, it almost seemed like he didn't even have a finger on the throttle on his controller. But yeah, as it stands, it's Shriman right behind Bloodline, the only man who can pick off a position. Yeah, nicking his rear left there. Shriman's and Bloodline, what a jump that was, and he closed into the finish line.
Yes.
There you go. Let's go indeed. Bloodline wins the last sprint race, and rightfully so. T-Bone, so close, yet so far.
Wait, hold on a second. Shriman finished second. T-Bone finished third or fourth?
I think
What is
fourth.
it? Nah,
No.
T-Bone finished fifth.
Fifth.
Raman finished third. Oh, that's great for Raman.
Yeah. And midfield in the mix. Fourth. But yeah,
That's insane.
Raman's getting it. Raman's just making sure consistency is present, and race after race he's getting it bang on. And onwards we go to the two sprints, but two street events. But right before that, what a race that was! And who knew there was going to be a sandstorm of sorts and even night conditions?
Exactly. That is the surprise that I was talking about as well, right? The last particular sprint is what was very interesting, the best of them all, because it contained a lot of weather changes as well. So we had an after rain scene, we had a fog, a sort of a fog setting, and then we had a little bit of a sandstorm sort of setting as well. So yeah, it was a mixed bag of weather conditions right there. But yeah, Shriman came in first. No, Bloodline came in first. Shriman came in second. Raman came in third, and midfield came in fourth.
Yeah, precisely. And yeah, things have taken a turn in favor of Bloodline in the last race. Hydroflick again, nowhere to be seen, of course. But Shriman, things are panning out for him, as well as midfield. Raman, of course, as I mentioned, consistency exists, and that's all you need right now. But going into the next two street events, he'll want to continue that winning top three. And as you can see, they're still taking their cars out, sending it sideways. If you can see on the screen of midfield, he sends it onto the track, railway track even, while Raman goes for a joyride over the grass in the fields.
Well, looks like that Shriman just got his hands on the brand new Viper.
Yeah.
So yeah, the Viper SRT, if I'm not wrong. He should run some sort of a drift tune on it.
Yeah, it's been a while since I saw one of those in any game, let alone in real life. But yeah, all eyes on the center now. Bloodline, most recent race winner here. Race 8, his for the taking, and you can see that rear wing go up. You gotta love the aerodynamic. and the technology that goes into these cars and what we can witness in game in this beautiful game Forza Horizon. And yeah, everyone's in a jolly mood, you could say, with a bit of songs being sung as well. But T-Bone, the man who could have won that race, perhaps.
He could have actually bagged the win, but
Yeah.
then, well, unfortunately.
All eyes on the street events to come. Yeah, great J turn by the man. Of course, he picks up a couple of XP points for that. And into the fields he goes, through the forest, through the woods. Find himself a bit of asphalt, but he's not a fan of it. He'd like to stay out on the grass, wouldn't he?
So T-Bone, again, he's just gonna quickly go ahead and do a little bit of an impression right there, and yeah, that's gonna be race 8 standing right there, ladies and gentlemen. Bloodline coming up first, Shriman with second spot, Raman Chopra with third, midfield with fourth, and T-Bone with fifth.
Yeah.
So there you have it. The rest of them did not finish, by the way. So yeah,
That's gonna cost them at the very end, won't it? Right after race 10, they're gonna be wishing that they finished each race. We've seen Midfield being consistent there. Each race he has finished, he has picked up points. So has Raman, if my memory serves me right. But definitely, it's a huge boost for the likes of Bloodline. He was in the top 3 last time we saw the overall standings. And yeah, after a poor performance in a couple of the races along the way, this one is something he needed.
well, the current standings are going to be coming up, ladies and gentlemen. The overall standings that you guys are waiting for. So you have it. Got Bloodline, who's running at the first spot now with a total of 55 points. Raman Chopra coming in second with 52. Hydroflick coming in at third with 43. The next 2 street races have to somehow make sense for Hydroflick. He has to win them, otherwise it's going to be a big problem for him.
Yeah, I'm surprised at Shriman being fourth. So he's closed in quite a bit. But yeah, then again, I'm actually surprised. Bloodline's leading. I did say he'll be in the top 3. I'd expect him to go one place up, be second place in the overall standings. But as it seems, he's still in the lead. I mean, he is in the lead now compared to Raman being in the lead earlier on. So yeah, as you mentioned, if Hydroflick wants to stand a chance at winning this event, the Streamer Invitational, he'll want to improve in the next 2 races. Probably bag the win in both.
Absolutely. Win is something that you have to aim for. And if you can't, then unfortunately, we are not going to be seeing you at the top 3 positions. And we're not going to be seeing you bagging away the insane prize money from the prize pool as well. So, yeah, going to be fully hands on and, have to get in that extra amount of caffeine as well to just concentrate on each and every turns and corners, because the final 2 races that are left out are going to be street races, and you got to be very, very careful.
Yeah, precisely. But yeah, we get to see a bit of a different approach, perhaps, from the likes of these streamers going into the last 2 races, a different format, not off road terrain and not sprints. It is streets. We head to the streets. How much of a difference, the streets are going to make for some of these guys? We'll find out how well equipped will Hydroflick and Bloodline be, and can Raman pick off that lead in the overall standings come the end of race 10? All to find out soon enough.
Absolutely. Can't wait to see the next event starting up. It's going to be starting up really, really quick. And I am just looking forward to seeing what kind of a class vehicle we're going to be seeing as well. It's going to be S1, is going to be A. What sort of a street race are we expecting? Because that is going to be sort of like the deciding factor on who exactly might just go ahead and get themselves a victory as well.
Maybe. Yeah. We did see moments of glory for T-Bone. We did see him. Yeah. He picked up that top 3 finish. For a brief amount of time, he was leading one of the races as well. So maybe these 2 races, street circuits is his forte, and we've never gotten to witness it. We're going to see that. T-Bone up ahead, and Shriman in the mix as well in the top 3. It's all to play for going into race number 9, race number 10. Soon enough, we'll see all our streamers out on track. Streets, in fact.
Absolutely. Can't wait to see the action starting up any moment now. And yeah, everyone might just be getting ready with their convoys, and going to be seeing the race starting really, really soon.
Yeah. Probably, I'm rather curious how T-Bone will do in the streets because he likes to stay off the asphalt. That's what it seemed like in the past couple of races. Taking nothing away from him, of course, Shriman will be at the edge of his seat, making sure he's in the top 3 as well. And yeah, just like that, we are live for the event itself. Yes, we've got the event, and as we say it is T-Bone leading the pack ahead of Shriman. So I was right there, but Bloodline picks off that second position. Shriman tumbles down the order. I wonder what went wrong there, but T-Bone leads this race, ladies and gentlemen. Seems like I was right. It is the street event, and we're on race number 9. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, Bloodline's close behind. Midfield in the mix in the top 3. Hydroflick finds himself in a better position compared to the last couple of races. And it is T-Bone versus Bloodline. And T-Bone almost gets wiped out. He's getting wiped out by car after car on the road. Bloodline a fumble and straight into the tree. Raman, of course, in his own race, making his way through the field. Meanwhile, T-Bone somehow holds on to that race lead. Bloodline's fallen down the order now. Hydroflick closing in. And up ahead now it's T-Bone versus Shriman. Now, or was that... yeah, it just could have been Bloodline, as we saw earlier on. But it's Midfield, who's up in a P2 now. Of course, the agony you can hear from T-Bone. He's tumbled down the order. It's Hydroflick in P2, and of course a bit of bumping coming through from Bloodline into the tree. He sends Midfield.
Oh.
And yeah, Hydroflick leads this race, surprisingly enough.
Oh wow, Hydroflick, all he has to do is just maintain this consistency. 76% there. All he has to do is just maintain around the corner. Oh wow, we're gonna be seeing the Lamborghinis coming out, huh? That's nice. Interestingly, Hydroflick, I believe, if you can just find this right, no one's around him for now though. I guess Bloodline is trying to catch up, but well, it's gonna be too tall of a task to ask for, because Hydroflick, once he gets it, gets into the zone as well, right? This very, very low chance of him just, spinning out or something like that, because he's got that control on the road.
Yeah, and I don't think anything's going to change, because Bloodline seems way off as we head into the 100% progress mark of this race. Hydroflick bags the win.
Bloodline coming in second. It's going to be Hydroflick finishing first. Bloodline coming in second. Third is going to be Midfield, and Raman Chopra is going to finish fourth. I guess T-Bone is going to finish as well. Not sure though, because if he doesn't finish, then, well, that's going to be sad. He's got 30 seconds to finish the race, so.
Yeah, Evan to
I guess he finished.
Yeah. Yes, he might just have. And of course, let's not forget, Raman Chopra was so close, yet so far, for that top 3. He was so close to midfield. Perhaps a bit of progress left in the race itself. He might have just taken third in the race, would have helped him a lot in the overall standings. That's what his mind is set on, I'm sure. But yeah, Hydroflick, we did say he'll need to win both these races for any hopes of winning the Streamer Invitational as a whole, the LG UltraGear Streamer Invitational, and he's gotten off to a great start.
Absolutely. So then we're going to be seeing Hydroflick going ahead and winning out the 9th race as the first position as well. So yeah, looking forward to seeing if we can just get that second spot on the overall standings as well, because I'm very excited to see that happening. The final race is going to be starting anytime soon now, and it is going to be the final street race yet again on an amazing track. This one is going to be the night setting, if I'm not wrong. So yeah, you guys better have your LG UltraGear monitors ready, because hey, amazing one.
The top 4 are race number 9. Of course, Hydroflick finishing in the first position. We got Bloodline. He's not gone anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. He's leading in the overall standings, and he managed to bag second in race number 9. And of course, Midfield came across the line third, with Raman Chopra across the line fourth in race number 9. So there you have it, folks. That's the McLaren Senna, which we can't stop talking about, with Bloodline behind the wheel. Oh, Hydroflick's brought out the Nissan GTR.
Yep, the GTR. Oh my god, the GTR. So beautiful.
Yeah. And as it stands, of course, Raman Chopra doing a bit of donuts. You could consider them donuts of midfield cruising. But yeah, race number 9, standings on your screens, ladies and gentlemen. Hydroflick bagging that first position, picks up 10 points to his name. Bloodline not going over, like I mentioned, 8 points for midfield coming in third position, 6 points. Raman Chopra and T-Bone, the only other two drivers outside of the top 3 to finish the race itself, bags up 4 points and 3 points respectively.
So yeah, Hydroflick, gonna be seeing him go ahead and rack up 10 more points to his name. That should pretty much bring him up to the second spot, but at the same time, don't forget Raman Chopra was at the second spot, right? So, guys, Raman Chopra got 4 more points to that. So,
I
yeah,
think, yeah.
I guess it's gonna be a close one, but I guess still Raman Chopra has it in the second spot.
Yes, that's exactly what I was gonna, say. Raman Chopra still has it, so it's all to play for come the last race. But Bloodline seems to have extended his advantage in the overall standings, finishing second. So if he can finish anywhere in the top five, I presume, in the final race, he's got this event pretty much in the bag.
I believe if Raman Chopra does not finish the final race and if Hydroflick comes 1st, he can easily go ahead and get the second spot.
Oh, okay. So yeah.
So for Hydroflick to come second, not only he has to come first, but at the same time Raman should not finish. Or Raman should finish with like 1 point or something like that at the final spot.
I'm 100% sure half of our viewers have been confused, but it's okay. Just remember, it's all to play for in the final race. Every point counts, rightfully so. And Hydroflick will be at his best, presumably, considering in race 9 he took the race win, and perhaps he can keep that trend going into race 10, the final race of the LG UltraGear Streamer Invitational tonight.
Absolutely, and Hydroflick, it's going to be a very intense moment for him because this race is absolutely everything. So if he wins this, and if Raman Chopra finishes with 1 or 2 points or does not finish, then it's going to be Hydroflick to take the second spot. But what about Bloodline? Well, he has racked himself pretty good points to just go ahead and win this whole thing out. So I pretty much think that we've got ourselves the first winner already. Bloodline should pretty much easily walk away with 50,000 Indian rupees, but the actual fight is going to be for the second spot, where Raman Chopra and Hydroflick are very damn close. And if Hydroflick goes ahead and wins out the final race as well, he can easily go ahead and take the second spot.
Yeah, perhaps the possibility we haven't spoken about is Raman winning this race and Bloodline pretty much wiping out in the final race. I think that changes things in the overall standings, and perhaps Raman stands a chance at winning the event, but Bloodline wiping out, highly unlikely, isn't it?
Yeah, it's gonna be very difficult to say that, but I do believe that Raman has got good enough race pace to go ahead and keep up, especially in the midfield and in the top 3 as well. So if you can do that, then there's no way Hydroflick goes there and takes the second spot.
Yeah, precisely. And we'll get to see the action firsthand on our screens soon enough. They'll be all set to go for race number 10, the final race tonight. And yeah, I'm raring to see what unravels. We saw T-Bone almost being in the mix for the race win yet again.
Yeah, I mean, he was there in the 4th spot, but then, well, unfortunately, he finished 5th.
It didn't go his way. It just didn't. Midfield consistency is there, but perhaps if we had only seen this earlier on, it would have been a different story. Maybe he would have been in the top 3 for the event itself overall. But unfortunately, he found his footing a little bit late into the races, perhaps somewhere around in race number 4 or 5. And yeah, it was a bit too late. But regardless, he is still a contender for that crucial spot of 3rd, perhaps.
Yeah, everything's going to be down to this second spot now, and I can't wait to see who exactly is going to be taking away the 30,000 rupees prize out of the entire 1 lakh rupees prize pool, because the second spot is where the action is a little bit more close. Apart from that, everyone is just right on the corner. The third place, again, it can be contested, but I feel if not, Raman, Hydroflick should get the 3rd spot anyway. So we pretty much have our winners, but this final race has to happen in order to determine who exactly is going to be overtaking each other.
Perhaps bring up a completely left field result of saying Raman, Hydroflick, as well as Bloodline wipe out the race. What happens then?
Wow. If all
Yeah.
three of them don't finish, then well, I don't know. Someone else might just come in fourth. But I don't think so. Anyone has got enough points to come third and overtake Hydroflick.
Are you sure? Racking up 10 points in the last race, having the top three. Not, I think Shriman was on 38 and Hydroflick was on 43. So, but Shriman
But
didn't.
but Hydroflick got 10 points and Shriman
Yeah.
didn't finish, right?
So, yeah, there you go. Fair enough. You're better at
Yeah.
math than me. Proven.
I mean, I'm so bad at math. You have no idea, but it's just it's just a little bit of
Oh,
a idea that I came up with. But
yep.
hey, the final one has already started, ladies and gentlemen. It's gonna be Robo to lead the charge. T-Bone with second spot. Never mind, T-Bone just lost a couple of positions right there. The final street race has begun, and it is gonna be Hydroflick in the Ferrari Monza.
And Bloodline's not gone anywhere, folks. He's right behind in P2, and Raman Chopra's in P3. So it's all to play for between these top three drivers. And Bloodline's not having his best moments out on the road. This should aid in Raman Chopra's charge up the field, but Hydroflick just pulling away in the race lead.
That Ferrari Monza, well, is going to do all the tricking. Oh, nice. I expect a lot of people in this particular turn 3, if I'm not wrong, to just go ahead and bash into the green fields, into the green pastures. But yeah, it looks like that Hydroflick, he has got it. He's got this track read up like a book, and he knows when to break and when to turn.
Yeah, precisely. You can see T-Bone struggling down in P5, I presume. But yeah, Bloodline making sure his concentration's in check as he approaches the 50% mark. He's challenged for position from the likes of Raman, close behind, but on board Hydroflick has got clear air up in front. Oh, a car in the mist that would have lost quite a bit of time. Opens up
So
an
beautiful.
opportunity for
So
Bloodline.
beautiful, so beautiful. Hydroflick is just doing so good. I mean, look at the position, the gear shifts, everything is just on point. And oh no, he fell down. The Costas cars. He fell down the bridge.
No. Yep. He's searching for the reset button desperately. Bloodline must be
Actually,
holding
both
onto
of
the
them-
throttle.
Hold on a second. Both of them fell down, I guess.
No. Oh my god.
Oh, never
Okay.
mind. Bloodline is. Oh no, no.
We're at the 75% mark. Bloodline leads this race ahead of the likes of Mackle. So Hydroflick's completely fallen down the order and he's missed a corner here, Bloodline. And right behind Mackle, I believe, is another competitor. And of course, midfield to follow. But yeah, all eyes on Bloodline. He's set for a race win. He is trying to pick off at least a third position in this race, Hydroflick. And rightfully so, he gets it.
Oh my god, Hydroflick is just gonna go ahead and cut the corners. Here he comes. We're gonna be seeing the third position taken up by Hydroflick, and Bloodline is just gonna go ahead and take it away. Ladies and gentlemen, with that single mistake coming out from Hydroflick, Bloodline goes ahead and takes it away. Bloodline coming in first, and I guess Hydroflick coming in second.
Yeah, exactly. He gets the second position in the bag, so Mackle should finish third. Oh no, it is midfield.
No,
Midfield comes home
third.
third.
Mackle fourth, and T-Bone fifth.
Brilliantly done.
Raman finished though.
I don't think he did. Or did
Can
he?
we have Raman on the screen, please? I really want to see if Raman finished or not, because if he did not finish, then ladies and gentlemen, oh wait, yeah, he did not finish. Raman did not finish. So it is going to be Hydroflick to most probably take that second spot. Because I told you, if Raman does not finish this race, it should pretty much be Hydroflick to go ahead and take the second spot.
Wow, what a final race. To just think that Hydroflick got sent off the bridge and he was desperately searching, looking for the reset button. And after that, we saw him steam through the pack 2 positions in a matter of 100 meters or so. And he was in tune with that SP Monza Ferrari.
Yep. Like, even after losing so many positions, he had the courage to just, not give up and keep going, because he knew that the Ferrari is just going to back him up there with in terms of the power and the engine as well. And it did. Just went ahead and cut all these corners. He got all of these positions back, and yep, he did a pretty good job.
Yep, but that job, as brilliant as it was, second position overall is all he could guarantee himself. It was Bloodline who got it just right, textbook from him, finishes the final race, as a race winner. And overall, if our calculations, especially yours, isn't wrong at all, he should have won the LG UltraGear Streamer Invitational tonight.
Yep. There's no way Bloodline doesn't win this. Bloodline should pretty much be taking away the 50,000 Indian rupees prize out of the entire prize pool. And yeah, there you go. We are going to be seeing Bloodline, who is going to go ahead and watch us on the stream. Hey, Bloodline. How are you doing, buddy? Thank you so much.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, he's
Hydraflick is also watching.
yep. So is he? Yeah, he's looking forward for the announcement
Yeah.
that he is indeed our winner tonight. And of course, from race number 10, the final standings, Reflect coming home in second position, I believe.
Yeah,
And of
Hydraflick
course,
saw that. Hydraflick saw that.
yeah,
He saw the moment
yeah.
he messed up.
But the SP Monza. Okay, I'm getting distracted by the car now at this point. But yeah, what races they've driven?
Ouch.
Public cars being annoying.
Yeah.
Not the first time for someone, I'm sure.
Peds becoming peds.
Yeah, probably after this, I'm definitely going out on the cruise in Forza Horizon, perhaps. But
Oh yeah, feel free to
what a
invite
bunch
me,
of
by the way.
races! Yeah, I will definitely do. What bunch of races? 10 races, and each one of them more gripping than the other. I don't think in any of the races did I sit back and say, "Oh, okay, this is just going to be huge gaps between the likes of the drivers out on track, dirt or asphalt, and perhaps not much action." We saw wheel to wheel action as well. Probably not three abreast into the across the line, but perhaps another day. But whatever went down tonight was gripping, nevertheless.
It definitely was gripping. Let's go ahead and take a look at race 10 standings, ladies and gentlemen. Where Bloodline was the one to be the winner with 10 points. Hydraflick coming in second with 8 points. Midfield at third with 6 points. Mackle at fourth with 4 points. T-Bone with 3 points at the fifth spot. Robo with 2 points at the sixth spot. And Shriman Legend with 1 point at the seventh spot. Unfortunately, Mr. Raman Chopra did not finish, and he's not going to be getting any points whatsoever. So yeah, this pretty much paints a picture for Hydraflick to be at the second position in the overall standings, ladies and gentlemen. They're going to be hyping it up because the overall standings are going to be ready really, really soon. And as soon as they are going to be ready, we're going to be jumping straight into them as well. But Zatak, Bloodline is our clear winner, man. Let's have it, ladies and gentlemen, in the chat. Let's have some Bloodline OP in the chat. And it's just insane to see Bloodline go ahead and win it out like this.
Yeah, it doesn't come as a surprise, does it? Though we saw his concentration, the amount of concentration he put in race on race, and rightfully so. He wanted the win, if not the top three, every darn time, and he got it more often than not. But overall, he did a fantastic job bringing home the win for himself. Rightfully so. Hydroflick tried his best, gave it his everything. Even in race 9, we saw him win. Unfortunate how it unraveled in race number 10. But perhaps what could have been if that one race where he ended up retiring, he actually finished and racked up some points, huh?
I mean, clear winner is Bloodline. Like, there's no doubt about it whatsoever. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Bloodline is going to be the champion of the LG UltraGear Streamer Invitational. Presents Forza Horizon 5. Yeah, Bloodline is just way too good. Like,
Yeah.
we have the best driver right here.
I love to see him go neck and neck with the likes of Hydroflick in the SP Monza. I think he'll actually do pretty well. Unfortunately, missed out on getting to see him in the McLaren Senna, which we were looking forward for. But nonetheless,
I mean, we were looking forward for the Senna, but I guess Senna's not gonna make it.
yeah, and of course, Raman, let's take nothing away from him as well. But yeah, tonight's champion, the LG UltraGear Streamer Invitational's champion, Mr. Bloodline.
And there you have it, the final standings, ladies and gentlemen. Hydraflick coming in second, as I told you. It is going to be Raman Chopra to go third. Raman Chopra had to finish this race. If he would have done that, then maybe he had it. But hey, Hydraflick just racked up so many points. 61 for him, 73 for Bloodline. Raman Chopra with 56. Yeah, I told you. If Raman would have just finished the race at like the fourth or the third spot, could have had it.
Yep. And I'll mention this again. Maybe if midfield got his footing earlier on, things would have been different, and we would have seen him bagging home a prize for himself at this event. But yeah, he finishes a decent fourth. Shriman Legend finishes in fifth overall. Mackle to follow in sixth, and T-Bone finishes a modest seventh, and Robo to follow down in eighth after racking up 15 points for himself.
So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, Bloodline goes away with 50,000 Indian rupees, Hydroflick with 30,000 Indian rupees, and Raman Chopra with 20,000 Indian rupees as well. That is going to be the final standings right here, and these three are going to be your winners for the LG UltraGear Streamer Invitational Forza Horizon 5 event as well. It was an amazing time, Zataxter, and I'm not going to lie, this was too much fun.
Yeah. Our night of racing in Forza Horizon 5. Who wouldn't love it? And if anyone's new to this, definitely what a start they've had. They've gotten to witness 10 brilliant races packed with action all the way to the line.
Absolutely. Well, with that, I guess we pretty much are done for the day as well. Thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. It was an amazing time. And I'm not going to lie, I enjoyed this quite a lot. So a huge shout out to the guys over at LG UltraGear for making this possible as well. It was quite entertaining, quite fun. And I guess we should do more of this because, you know what, I would love to see all of these streamers battle out once again in a different game. Or maybe, even Formula One, you never know. But Forza Horizon 5 was a lot of fun, and I had a lot of fun, on the desk with you as well as Taxter. Thank you so much for joining me.
Yeah, thank you very much, Assassin. And who knows, maybe we've forced the streamers' hands to possibly put in more time into the game, and we'll see more of this action on the next similar event from LG UltraGear.
Absolutely. With that, ladies and gentlemen, once again, I would like to remind you that LG brings you the best monitors, the best gaming monitors out there with their LG UltraGear series of gaming monitors. Please do check them out using the link down in the description below. And yeah, I mean, go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already for more and more of such amazing streams and content and esports as well. So yeah, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Hit the bell notification icon to never miss another update. And we'll be seeing you guys in the next event. Until then, goodbye, good night, sweet dreams. Have a great weekend.
Cheers.